There's a lot to do.
So in the morning there was the Hardcore Henry shoot.
Right.
Then there was Mike and Dave.
Yes.
The screening. Right after that there was the Oddball or
Another party.
There was another party comedy fest which I went to where Hannibal Buress
Then
was.
there was the screening.
Then there was the screening of Hardcore screening.
Right. Then there was another party.
Yeah, I don't
another party of that.
No memory of any.
What was over the
I
weekend?
attended
So
none of
I'm
it.
sure you
Oh,
were
no,
with
that's-
your family.
It was a Sunday. I did Mike and you guys did the Hardcore Henry thing in the morning, and the screening at night.
Yeah. And Mike and Dave. I went to both.
I just did Mike and Dave and then the comedy show.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to see Hannibal Buress.
Hey, welcome to Off Topic, episode number 31.
Yep.
I'm your host, Michael. Joining us, we have Jeff, Gavin, and Ryan.
And
And this episode's sponsored by Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates, the movie. When's it come out, by the way?
Soon.
It's probably today, actually.
How long ago?
Oh, here we go, July 8th.
Movies
It's on
don't
the
come out
ad read
on
that I'm not
Mondays.
going to read yet, but I will later.
Right.
How long ago did Andy break the golf club?
Did you and Andy
Andy
break
didn't
it?
break the golf
The
club.
both of you
Did
broke
you
it.
see it
I
happen?
watched you both snap it in half.
I don't need to see it happen. I've heard the story.
Who was holding it and who snapped it?
He was holding it.
Okay, so he was holding it out like this,
Yeah.
and Gavin was trying to do something
I was
with
trying
it.
to stand
chop
on it.
or?
And
You were
no,
trying to
he
stand
put his
on it?
foot in it
Yeah.
and bent it.
Am I
and then
breaking
just-
it right now? I'm holding it
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Andy was holding it like that, and Gavin snapped it in half.
No, I
It
was
Oh,
on
so
top.
snap.
I was on
so
top.
Gavin broke.
Yeah,
I
but
just
you
fell
but
through
you
it.
went
You
like
Think
that.
you were in Cirque du Soleil or something? What were
Yeah.
you trying to accomplish?
I
Was
watched
he gonna
it.
like backflip
I'm
you
pretty
on the
sure
thing?
he was just holding it too far apart and it was weak. If he'd have held it properly like this,
It's a golf club.
you can stand on a golf club.
What?
You saw it break, right? The
You've
inside
already
wall was
broken
like
one.
that thick.
Yeah, and it's hollow.
Yeah.
You're a fuck.
Yeah.
But now we have a new one. Thank you, Rockstar.
We have
couple.
two, actually.
How long do you think this one will last?
It's
You
like
said that. It'll last for as long until you break it.
We
That's
should
what
have-
I said.
we
we
was
should have
fine.
never told Gavin about the second one and kept it like
Yeah.
the second island
I
in
know.
fucking
Yeah,
Jurassic
I
Park.
kind of thought about it.
But here's my thinking. I broke the first one.
Yeah, you and
Or
Andy.
Andy broke the first one.
You and Andy both broke. You have a history of this. You both broke the golf club and my toilet.
How'd you break his toilet?
Andy snapped the flush.
All I know is this is when I lived in an apartment. My toilet's working fine. Everything's great and fine. And Andy and Gavin are over. Andy uses the bathroom. Gavin uses the bathroom, and then the toilet's broken. And both of them say it was the other one that broke it.
Yeah.
So
He came second, so.
that doesn't mean anything, though.
That would mean that he may have a more informed opinion.
Did I ever tell you about the time that the guy came to this brother of one of Griffin's friends came to one of our parties?
sink?
And he ripped our sink out of the wall.
No.
Like completely.
He got drunk and like passed out and fell into the sink. And it's like a pedestal sink. And just like hit it and just ripped it down. Water going everywhere and fucking I had to go and fix it and turn it up. And then he just fell asleep on the floor and then threw up all over himself. Got up the next morning, left, never saw the guy again, didn't clean up the vomit and did not fix the sink.
You have a history of people.
I had to go to Home Depot that day and buy a new goddamn sink. And I was actually kind of broke at that point.
I
I did
mean,
not have a ton of extra money.
If you had
shit.
done that to someone's house, would you show up ever again?
Yeah, I'd fix
Yeah.
it.
You have
I'd
a
fix
history
it.
of
I'd
people
pay to have
at your
somebody fix
parties who do awful, terrible things and then just pretend like it never happened.
Yeah, that happened. We already kind of talked about it. It was at
Yeah.
the Halloween party.
Yeah.
That was going on.
Somebody
It
did
was
something
funny.
horrible.
That wasn't horrible, but it's somebody was getting a little fighty. We talked
Oh,
about it.
right.
A couple people just Gavin just went home because of it. He was like, I'm leaving. And he just left the party because like I kept trying to fight Gavin.
That was somebody. Somebody
starting on me.
Somebody came. It's a friend
He
of ours.
was like-
Somebody came to me and said, "I just saw your friend fall down the stairs, then up the stairs, then down." the
Dude,
stairs.
I saw him fall down
I
the
didn't
stairs.
know that was possible.
It was
was
incredible.
hammered.
He was like the drunkest I've ever seen someone that's still standing. Like he was like in a permanent like tired boxing. You
Yeah.
know,
He was like,
he stands like he's just wobbling. And
He
he's
was
about
in
to
the
fall over.
finish him stuff.
Yeah, that's better.
For about
That's a
6
better
hours.
Example. Yeah, he just didn't quit.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's a good maintain.
Because he like grappled with you. He tried to do shit with you, and then you left. You're like, I'm leaving, and you just left.
Yeah.
And then I'm getting a beer out of the fridge, and he's coming up to the fridge like a little bit after me, and I take the beer out and I close it, and he's like, and he looks in the beer. He's like, there's no more left. I'm like, oh yeah, this is the last one. And he looks at me and he goes, it's mine. And he grabs it out of my hand, but it was like the grasp of a 3-year-old, you know? So he's just kind of like trying to take it. And I looked at him and I went, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, I'm sorry. And then he was like lovey drunk, like hugging me and shit. And then he just walked off, and I think he fell down the stairs again after
Yeah,
that.
he was.
Spilled an entire bottle of
What a
wine in my
champ.
living
Like
room.
I liked him. Like I used to talk to him all the time at parties. We'd have a little chat, and then he was like being really aggressive, hugging me, and was like almost getting me in a headlock. And I was like, all right, I was like, so I like joke my way out of it. And then he didn't like that I was like not enjoying this headlock, so he started like shoving me all around the kitchen, and I was bashing into stuff. And I was like, it's time to
Can
go.
he like shove you and then fall over?
Oh yeah.
I think he
Yeah.
took a spill. From
He,
one
it was
of the
like
shoves.
it was like the momentum went in both
Right,
directions.
right.
At once. He was like, "Ugh." But yeah, he spilled my drink all over me, and I knocked over a bottle of wine that was on the counter. I was like, I'm
There
out.
were so many spills related to him that night.
Dude,
Yeah, it
him
was
coming
like-
down the stairs was like,
It's unpleasant when someone's
Damn.
trying to fight you and you're not trying to fight them.
yeah, it
It doesn't
is.
sound like he was
actually.
trying to fight you. It sounded like he was trying to love you guys.
Nah,
It was like a fight love.
He was angry.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I'm either gonna have to push him over or punch him or leave. So I was like,
Yeah, you're about to nut him.
Well, I'm doing
Gavin
I'm just gonna
chose
do the
the-
British thing.
Gavin
Usually
chose
how
the
it goes
path
for
of
you,
British
you nut him and
resistance.
then leave.
Yeah, I mean, a typical Brit, if he's doing it right, would probably gob in his face and then headbutt him.
Okay. And then
Because that's how we do. Yeah.
Yeah.
See you later.
So
Which
the,
we do
but not
all
you.
the time.
Not me.
Yeah, it's
I'm
not you.
I'm not good at that fight
so the,
stuff.
the EU is really reeling from the headbutt right now, is what you're saying.
Man, what happened?
Gavin's full of regret.
What happened?
I didn't vote.
I mean,
leave.
yeah.
I have no regrets.
Yeah.
Did you vote either way?
I voted
Yeah, he
Remain.
voted.
Okay.
He
so you
absentee
did vote.
voted.
Okay.
I did. I also
His,
kept tweeting about it, so hopefully.
You should have had
His
1.4
brilliant,
more
his
million.
brilliant fucking partner, however.
Yeah, we were just talking about this in the Minecraft Let's Play we did, but there's this thing called regret.
Regret.
Yeah.
Where there are a bunch of Brits who voted to leave, but they only voted to leave because they didn't think the country would leave. And they were just like, yeah, I mean, let's vote leave. And now they're all like, oh, we didn't think it would happen. And I was explaining this phenomenon to Dan, and he was like, yeah, I voted to leave, but I didn't think it would happen. Idiot. Idiot.
I mean,
I got to be the one to
He
tell
was
him.
literally, I was making fun of these people in the article, and he is one of them, sat next to me.
We were at this YouTube party at VidCon, and I had my phone on all night watching it because I was fascinated by it. And then Gavin disappeared forever, and then I went up to Dan and I'm like, "Hey, you guys left?" And he's like, "What? Oh no! Oh, dog! Yeah, crazy man!" At the end of the night, he's like, "What? Oh, I'm done. Where did my money go?"
He watched the value of the pound drop to the lowest it's been since 1985.
Did you pat him on the back and go, you did that?
Good job, buddy.
Great work.
does that mean you need like a whole new visa, a whole new passport, all that stuff?
Well, I mean, it's not immediate. It takes a long time to escape the EU.
Well, they
I mean,
haven't
I'm
even
not sure.
done it yet.
They
It's
said it's
just a
going to take
referendum.
years and years and years to disentangle itself.
But the EU is like, hey, don't drag your feet, get out.
They were like, because it's supposed to happen. You're supposed to leave like in October. They're like, why wait?
And now Scotland is probably going to actually leave the UK and then go and join the EU.
And
Right,
they'll,
well,
they'll
you
get
fucked
your
Scotland,
slot.
dude.
They'll get your slot in the fucking.
Like, whole of Scotland voted to stay.
You can see the map.
There's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It was Scotland and London.
And then Trump was visiting Scotland.
Yeah, like,
He's
idiot.
like, they took their country back. Let's do the same for America. And everyone's like, Scotland voted to stay.
Fuck you!
idiot."
We didn't want to leave.
But they showed the map of the UK and how it was all in blue, all the leave, and it was mostly leave, like the whole country, except for little places. Oxford, London were remain. So I'm thinking we just detach those off, make them their own countries, and join back up.
There's a petition right now with
That's
like
a lie.
200,000 signatures to have London secede from England, become its own
Fucking
country.
They're
Christ.
gonna take the
dude.
Article 50 out of the UK.
Oh
Dude, that'd be nuts if
What a-
London wasn't part of England.
We really did have it pretty well though. Like we were in the EU, but without a lot of the limitations. Like we didn't use the euro.
We,
weren't
were,
ever-
You know what I
we
think is
really
funny?
did have it pretty well.
Is
That 2020.
so I was reading about Cornwall specifically.
Yeah.
It's like one of the poorest places in the UK.
Cornwall?
And, Cornwall, yeah. And they get
I didn't know it was poor. It's
they
in the
get
south.
they get like $83 million a year from the EU in subsidies to help like with farming and their industry and
Oops.
shit. And that's going away. Even they voted for it to go away, and now they're like, well, I certainly hope the UK is going to give us that $83 million a year. We demand it.
Let's have another referendum.
Well,
We could go on for a while about this,
That's, yeah.
but I shan't.
We're
go
as uninformed
So
as most
what?
of the voters.
What in I don't know. Maybe you can explain it in layman's terms. What was the point of leaving? What are they trying to accomplish?
Secure the country.
Because there's
immigration.
laws.
Right.
There's laws that are governed by the EU and set by the EU that we
Right.
have to abide to, and a lot
Uh-huh.
of people don't want them.
Right.
And we can't really make our own laws. They have to be, European friendly.
Okay, but is there like a standing law that's an outrage? Where people are like, we got to get out of here so we can change this.
It's just
like,
people who don't want Europeans to come into the country and work.
So there's no good reason.
Allow me to answer.
I mean,
Allow me to answer this question for
Please.
him. Because I've done extensive reading. Over the last
Of
few
course,
days.
of course.
Yeah, migrant workers are a huge deal. They can come in from all areas of Europe, and then they can immediately get in on NHS and have free healthcare. And they have like a year or something to find a job, but they don't even have to have a job. And so a lot of the people in the UK are upset by that, and they wanted to enact stricter restrictions, which David Cameron actually, I read a couple weeks ago, enacted, and he got it so that you only have 6 months to, if you come to the UK, you only have 6 months to go jobless. You have to find a job in 6 months, or you have to leave. And you don't get NHS and those benefits unless you're there working for 4 years. So you guys already had it pretty much taken care of,
Yeah.
as I understand it.
Seems like a pretty good compromise, But hey, 51%. What are you gonna do?
How baller is it though that he was just like, all right, well, you guys made a stupid decision. I'm out.
Cameron?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was pretty great
Prime
that Boris
Minister?
Johnson was like, he was like, yeah, we're going to take the, 140 million pounds a month that we send to the EU, and
It
we're
was
just
like
going to put it
350 million.
right back into the NHS. And he was on like a fucking double-decker bus driving around,
Yeah, 350.
touring England in it.
And then Nigel Farage was basically at like 6 a.m. the next day. It was like, well, that was a terrible mistake. That thing on there, that's not guaranteed at all.
Was that the guy that was like,
oops.
people are tired of hearing from experts?
No, I think that was a different guy. But he was literally announcing that couldn't be done before anyone had woken up the next day on morning television.
Oh my god.
And then Jeremy Corbyn fired half of his party.
It's funny that all this UK news is so big in America. I don't think I've been here since
It's-
something like that has
it's
happened.
kind of a big deal.
Everybody loves a scandal.
Right.
Yeah.
It feels like kind of a big deal. It's kind of funny that like, it's a really big oops.
It's a big
We're
whoops.
taking notes before we do it to ourselves,
Yeah.
basically.
I mean, we're taking notes, and when it starts happening to us, we can be like, "Yup, this is it."
I've
Yeah.
appreciated it because I wake up at like 4:30 every morning.
Yeah,
and
same to
but I don't get out of bed till like 7.
So
because I try to go
America's
back to
not
sleep.
really awake then, but the UK is.
Yeah, so I need something to read. That's my New York Times.
Right.
Washington
The other
Post,
day,
all
you
of
were
that.
reading Gavin's tweets.
I was. So it's given me a break from Donald Trump for the last couple days.
That will come back though.
Give me something new to read.
So
very fun.
that's the next whoopsie that's coming
Yeah.
your way.
Well, hey, don't talk about it. People don't like it.
People don't like it when
I brought this up in the
Acknowledge
Minecraft
the
Let's
world around
Play.
you.
Again, not that many, but still a number of comments on. We did the Donald Trump Surgeon Simulator video that were like, guys, I watched your videos for comedy, okay, not for politics. So, why don't you just stick to video games?
because you two are super political.
Right. One, we're super political, and two, it's a fucking video game. It's a video
I'm
game
bashing
about.
Donald Trump with a vodka
What,
bottle.
what do you want? Like, if they make a Hillary version, I'll be glad to play it. Shut up. Like, shut the fuck up. I don't care. Like, we get it, guys. You're liberals. We understand. It's like, I would definitely call Gavin a liberal, for sure. I'm a whateverist. Maybe that makes me a liberal. I don't know. I don't care enough.
Whatever.
I'm just
easy.
like, do shit that makes sense, but don't be dumb about it. Don't fucking Brexit. Come on. Right? Like,
We should really lobby for that to be a word.
Are you excited for Tramerica to be a word?
regret.
America.
There we go.
Yeah, yeah. It's not gonna be great. Hey, what are you gonna do?
Michael,
What
stop!
do?
Come on, it's
Stop!
What are you gonna do?
It might be fantastic.
Yeah. I didn't think George Bush was great either, but it's.
I thought Seth Meyers had a really good little piece on it. He basically said, like, look, well, Trump, obviously you want to be president, but do you really? I mean, it's a shitty job to have. But we as American people really, we don't want it, but we kind of want to see what would happen, right? I mean, everybody,
I
you
think,
you don't
like,
want it, you don't want to live
see,
through it, but you'd like to see what
I
would
think
happen.
when, like,
I'd like to watch the documentary after.
here's the thing, like, when Gavin gets deported from America because of the whole Brexit thing,
Right.
like, your visa's not gonna be good anymore,
gonna
and then
build
you'll
a
get
seawall.
deported, and then you'll go back to whatever country you're in at that point. It'll be great for you to watch from there.
I would be, I'll give it a watch.
Yeah, it's not gonna be good here.
So how's he going to manage his company
I don't know.
while he's president?
good
I feel
question.
like president is a full-time job. Who's going to be in charge of Trump?
Also, here's what I'm curious about too already. Like, should he become president? When's the last president that didn't get reelected for a second term? When was the last time that happened? 'Cause I wonder.
it's-
Carter?
No, it's HW.
Ways back.
Oh yeah, he did.
HW didn't get reelected.
Won it out, wasn't
Did he really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
He was
lost-
the
he
vice
lost to
president though. The term before.
But he
right?
was Reagan's vice president, and
Yeah.
then he was president, and then he didn't get elected a second term.
Yeah.
That's
So
the
he's
first.
kind of around.
He
but
lost
not like in
to.
the
Am I
big chair.
stupid? I'm stupid here. He lost to Clinton, or was that the year
Yeah.
before? Okay, got it.
Clinton's
Yes.
first presidency.
I was amazed that you can do it twice in different periods. Like you don't have to do 8 in a row.
Oh,
You can
yeah,
do
back to
4
back.
It
and
can
then
be
come back
non-concurrent.
4
You-
years
Well, if you
later.
play your cards right, you do it 3 times.
You can actually do it 3 times.
Yeah.
Wait, how?
You just got to
Done.
cap the president
It's
the day after.
not. It's not like it's like a.
Oh, you got a vice in, and then you can have 2 terms.
no. You
No?
can. You can just do it.
Who did 3
You
terms?
can have a
Did
legit
somebody do
3?
3 terms?
Well,
What?
they,
It was
Who
Truman,
did 3
right?
terms? Was it Truman?
Well, let me see.
Well, it was
Well,
like,
they didn't-
war,
they
wasn't
didn't
like, it was
have
like
term limits
war
originally.
nonsense.
There
too,
are no
wasn't it?
term limits. It's just not done.
There
it's
are
not
term
an
limits.
actual law.
Oh, I thought they actually-
It's like a thing that's like don't be an asshole.
Really?
Nobody is an
That's
asshole.
true. I don't think that's true.
I
I
think
feel like
so.
Obama should be the asshole.
This is
Yeah, I would be.
This podcast really turned into a civics lesson all of a
Yeah,
sudden.
you know, they get one every now and again. We'll go back to like farts and
Remember when we
dicks.
talked about mortgages for a while? Once?
Yeah, it
Some
happens.
people were like, "I'm about to buy a house."
It happens
thanks.
every 5 episodes or so. It's fine. You know.
But I'm looking at it right now.
We had the entire episode changing the color of Gavin and
Oh, it was
Jeremy's
FDR.
hair.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
So yeah, FDR was president in 1940. He won the election for his 3rd term.
But that was then they
That was
changed the
before
law
they
after
had
that.
the term limits.
He became the only president to be elected to a 4th term.
And
I feel
then
like they
he
changed the
enacted
law
term
I'm,
after.
limits.
I'm waiting. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did, but
I'm pretty sure it's not a. Hey, don't do that, you prick.
Yeah, politicians are all pricks. They would all do that.
Like,
There's
wouldn't
no way
Obama
that they
be
would.
trying right now?
fucking George Washington didn't. They wanted to make him king, and he said no.
It's true.
You're gonna fuck it all up.
But
should
did he
just-
take the 3rd term?
He did not. I don't think so. No, he just did 2.
Did he even
I
do
don't fucking
2?
know.
Our lead.
What the most amazing thing is to me is that
probably didn't do
the idea of meeting the president is
Yeah.
so exciting to me. Like if I got a call and said you're going to the White House, you get to meet Obama, I'd be like, that is awesome. That's like one of the coolest things that's ever going to happen to me. If it was Trump, I honestly wouldn't go. I'd be like,
I would go.
you would go?
Yeah.
I don't want to meet Trump.
Yeah.
I would just be so unexcited. I'd be like, it's amazing how it's gonna one of the most exciting things ever. And I'm gonna like
Yeah,
wash
but
my
give
hair
it
or
give it
something.
4 to 8
Well,
years.
I mean,
it'll
you're
come
really,
back.
all of a sudden you're putting, meeting the president on par with the fan meetup for Celebrity Apprentice. So,
That's actually true. Although actually, I mean, just Apprentice.
I did actually
that's right.
He
see.
started and he went into celebrity.
I did see Donald Trump once in real life.
Yeah?
Movie premiere. Walked right by me.
Oh shit.
Yeah, red carpet.
Did you just like feel money in the air? No? Oh, okay. Did it
even
smell like old people?
Didn't smell anything.
No.
he,
Okay, nothing.
well, here's what
Jeff,
I'm taking
how's your
away.
research going, by the
Still
way?
going.
Okay.
What I'm taking away from that is Gavin got this close to Donald Trump. Now he owns 2 houses.
Ooh, that's true.
It's in the air.
That's actually that's a good assessment.
Yeah.
You
He's diving deep on
you're
this
gonna
stuff.
sell that first house? Or?
It's on the market.
No one
Is
wants
it?
to live next to the guy.
around
No.
to it.
No one wants to live in a house where all of the grass is covered in spray paint and there's holes and there's bits
mean,
of balloons
fix it.
stuck in the tree.
And every time the
Clean
they
up
show
your
the
house
the guy's
first.
like, rope! From across the... Yeah, a little landscaping go a long way on that. Just really...
I've actually done it twice. It's just been on the market so long that it keeps overgrowing again.
Dude, houses take a while to sell sometimes.
They do.
It sucks.
Yeah, it's not great.
I like buying a house wasn't great. It was pretty easy because I bought a house in 2015, which if I had to buy a house in like 1990, I'm sure I would have been too stupid to do it. But like with the internet and everything, like it just made it really easy. It was still a huge pain in the ass. Selling a house seems like 10 times more work.
We somehow went from politics back to mortgage buying and
You
houses.
brought it up, man. You
I
brought
didn't
it
buy
up.
it up.
Well, you
Wait.
brought it up earlier when you were
did I?
like, we were talking about mortgages last time.
It's true.
But then Ryan made the connection of Trump and your houses, and we leapt into houses.
We doubled down on
And
the
Jeff's
subject matter.
still checking
He's-
about the
he's
whole 2
really,
terms
like-
thing.
I feel like
Earlier,
we
a couple
got
seconds
people with
ago,
computers that
couple
over there
seconds
that-
ago, Jeff went,
He
to himself. So.
I feel like he...
Jeff's been living by the laws of the 1940s this whole time.
No, not at all. I grew up thinking that was the case, and then I read something briefly that said it wasn't. But
You know, you can also
It
piss
seems
in
like
the
this
street
is a
in
really
Germany.
easy thing to Google, right? Like, there's an answer. You could just say, "Is there a term limit?"
I
And
feel
it'll say
like
yes.
Jeff finally. I feel like
It's
he found the
complicated.
answer,
It's
but
complicated?
he's
How's it
checking the
complicated?
fine
I feel like
print
Siri
now.
could tell me in 4 seconds. Here we
All right,
go.
let's see.
hold on a second.
Okay,
How long can someone be president?
this actually picked it up too.
According to Wikipedia, the 22nd Amendment says a person can only be elected to be president 2 times for a total of 8 years. It does make it possible for a person to serve up to 10 years as president. This can happen if a
If the
person takes over
yeah.
for a president who can no longer be president.
Yeah. So if you're vice president, the president
yeah.
dies, that
10
doesn't count
years.
one of your terms.
So you can go up to 10.
Yeah.
But what if they die in the first year? Wouldn't that be 11 years? Because 3? Or do they
So
have
the
to
area I
immediately-
was confused by is this is
the longest fall ever.
so this is the 22nd
Let it go.
Amendment. No person shall be elected to the office of president more than twice, and no person who has held the office of president or acted as president for more than 2 years of a term to which one other person was elected president shall be elected to office of the president more than once.
Gotcha.
But this article should not apply to any person holding office of the president when the article is proposed by Congress. So,
Yeah, I got it. Yeah,
Yeah.
they basically
That's where I was
if you
confused.
are if you hold the office of the president for longer than 2 years via the "oops, the president's dead" rule, it counts as your first term.
yeah.
yeah.
Except when they were actually trying to.
You could get shafted. You could be only president for. I mean,
So
I guess
it
it's
was
not getting shafted.
so
for 7
interestingly,
years.
And that's your civics lessons.
They
for the day.
he's not
they
done yet.
enacted the 22nd Amendment in 1947, and so
A lot of amendments.
Truman
They
happens.
They should just start from scratch.
would have
again.
technically been eligible to run for a third term,
Just scratch out the Constitution.
People-
but
turns out-
decided not to
Turns out people are stupid. Got to change some shit.
because he wasn't very popular.
Well, you got to adapt it to modern times.
Yeah.
More like a gun that can fire 17 times before you reload it.
Yes.
Oh, that and like slavery and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like owning people and shit. Sometimes.
Oh,
they,
how a slave is
sometimes
worth-
they didn't quite know what they were doing back
Like
then.
3/5 of a
Yeah.
what was
Of
it?
a person,
Something-
or like
Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't know, like a white person, probably. I don't know. Yeah.
Awful.
Sometimes they, yeah, some shit.
We're all treading
doing
on
that?
like really gross ground.
Well, that's
It's
the
like-
thing
even,
too
even
of
in England,
like,
it's
of
awful.
like America. You know what I mean? Like the Declaration of Independence. It's
England
like,
is just as bad.
we're
Huh.
free. We did it. Oh, it's so heroic. It's like, look at that, slave. We're free. We did it.
I did not know
Like,
this is
"Ugh,
this
not
is
great."
similarly interesting. This is attempts at repeal.
Here we go.
They tried to repeal it?
When Ronald Reagan was serving in his second term as president, there were repeated attempts to repeal the 22nd Amendment to the Constitution so that he could run a third term. In '89, during an exit interview with Tom Brokaw, President Reagan stated his intention to fight for the amendment's repeal. However, after being diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease, he scrapped his.
I was gonna say, didn't Nancy Reagan like run the government for the last couple years of his presidency because of it? So,
Allegedly.
Who was the president who was only president for like a month?
it was the guy that
That was
got pneumonia,
that
right?
was the guy from Indiana, and I only know he's from Indiana because they make a joke about it in Parks and Rec, and that's in a made-up place in Indiana.
the shortest serving
Yeah,
president.
yeah, no, yeah, he got
ever.
pneumonia. He was like
Yeah.
sick,
And
and he
then
got
died in-
pneumonia. And
He
then
gave
died.
it was because he gave a fucking speech in
Like,
the middle of like
without a
downpour.
jacket or
yeah.
some bullshit or
Like,
something.
whatever, I'm still gonna give this speech.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Damn it! I forgot we're in the past, and this is dangerous.
Yeah, exactly.
Meanwhile, fucking Teddy Roosevelt got shot during a
And then,
speech.
yeah, well, he got
Finished the
shot. He got
speech.
shot during or before.
It was, yeah. I'm
It was
not
like
sure.
at the beginning,
Yeah.
and he's like, "I'm fine, fuck it, anyway." Ah.
I think he got. It was one of those like
somewhere
movie
in the-
thing
somewhere
where it's
in
like
the
the
chest.
guy. It hit the book or something. He's like,
It was somewhere in the chest.
Well, we got
This
another
is
How do
what
you
we
mean?
don't know about our own country.
Yeah, I don't know
the
anything.
podcast.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of
People know I'm dumb.
A lot of contention.
American
lot of-
history is quite interesting because it's also recent. You can relate to it a lot easier than
It's true.
the
Right.
the Tudors or something. Well, maybe even like further back than that.
There's a lot of
But still.
there's a lot of contention regarding interpretation of the 22nd Amendment and how it relates to the 12th Amendment.
Oh my God.
You know,
Or you want to just jump to that?
Well, yeah.
Just tackle the 12th
so,
Amendment?
the
Go
12th
for it.
Amendment says that no person ineligible to run for president is eligible to run for vice president. But
okay,
saying
wait,
that
so
if
you
you've
can't-
if you've served 2 terms of president,
Right.
you can't then be vice
'cause then you'd
president.
be sneaking in as president again.
But
Can the first lady?
there's
be
a lot of
president?
there's a lot of ambiguity there, and
I
it's
mean,
just never
yes.
come up. It's never been attempted.
Yeah.
We'll see if Hillary wins.
Oh yeah, I
I'm
guess.
doing that right now.
I was
Why would
thinking
you
of,
want to serve 8 years as the president and then just step down to vice
You
president?
gotta go the other way around.
Just
Yeah.
like you like
A lot
to
of
be
people,
involved.
a lot of people have done that. People have served president and then gone on to be senators again, or congressmen.
Really? Like who?
But the thing is, you're always
I don't know.
referred to as Mr. President.
True, and you always have Secret Service for life.
I could,
you really?
I could.
Imagine how
I
much
know
like
it's
life.
true,
That's
and
a
I could
lot.
look it up if you want me
No,
to.
that's
But that's
good.
gonna be
Not
more
that
time
many.
with me
That's
on the
good.
phone.
I
Okay.
believe you.
Well, I mean, like, think of how much Netflix costs and how much Secret Service would cost if you were paying for it. For life, that's a hell of a deal.
You
I
also
would be
get
president
yeah.
just for that.
Not only
yeah.
that, you get medical benefits, and I think you get it's like 75% of your salary for in perpetuity. If you
Holy
serve
shit.
2 terms in either House of Congress, you get that too.
Yeah.
That's
What is the
class.
president's salary? It's like a couple $100,000.
No, it's
Yeah.
like 225 or something.
Yeah, I
or
think the
one-
prime minister is low six figures.
It's it's their salary is about what they get for one speech after they.
Yeah,
Sort of-
that's
Oh,
how they
right,
make the
yeah,
money,
yeah.
right? Is the
Yeah,
speaking
I don't know if
gigs.
you're aware, but I used to be the president. So
Why don't you do more speaking gigs, Michael?
a couple bucks after
Life-
I'm president.
life
yeah.
advice.
There you go.
Yeah, I'll do it after I'm president because it's worth nothing now.
What, being president?
No, doing
doing
a speaking
speaking
gig
gigs.
is
Oh.
worth nothing. No one will pay me anything. They'll give me
I'd
like a couple
pay you-
of bucks.
I'd pay you a $5.
Wow.
There you go. You can
Put
retire
that right
on
in the nothing category.
Was it? Is that a $5 in perpetuity for the rest of his life, or?
No, just once.
Is that a
Okay.
$5
One
every
time
day
thing.
for the
And
rest
it's in
of my
pounds, so it's worthless.
life? Dude.
Well,
It's
you
actually
say
still
that,
worth
the
way
pound
more
is
than
still
dollar.
worth more than it's like
Yeah.
$1.3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's-
Is that what it's at now? Like
Yes.
1.3? That sucks.
There was a time when I sponsored back in the day of this guy where my pound was worth $2. And that
not
was
anymore.
that was like a decade ago.
Dude, you guys are like the new Australia now. Just tanking your economy. Go for it.
Yeah. I mean, it's as low as it's been since '85, but it's still not that low.
Well, to be fair to Australia, I think China's tanking a lot of their economy.
Oh, I wouldn't say it was their fault. It's just
Yeah.
happening. Their dollar's fucked.
So do people get rich just like instead of playing stocks and all that? Do they just transfer
Yeah.
money back and forth in currencies just to get rich?
When you're like,
Yeah.
when you have like millions and millions, like that shit equals millions.
like if
It's
someone
fucking crazy.
if someone in dollars bought $5 million worth of pounds the day before. Wait, they
That
wouldn't
would
wanna-
be
they
bad.
that
wouldn't
would
do
be
it way.
not
If
good.
they- if they-
Not good. If
If
they
they did it the other
transferred
way
it the day before
and then did it back
they
then,
would have been
yes.
like, woo!
God, that'd be significant.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they said like what the top whatever billionaires lost like $100 billion or something that
Combined?
day. Yeah,
I didn't notice.
yeah. No, it's like whatever.
They were just like, damn.
The only people that can afford to lose $100 billion are the people that wouldn't notice that they lost $100 billion.
Pretty much, yeah.
What would you do if someone said you're $100 billion in debt?
I mean, who cares? Who
Certainly.
cares at that point? You know what I mean? Like,
Go about my business.
I would say make it 200 billion.
Yeah.
Like, who fucking
Make it
cares?
$1 trillion.
Yeah, who gives a
Yeah.
shit? What are you
Insane.
gonna do?
It must be so annoying to be a billionaire. Because,
Right, man. I know.
I was just thinking
hate
the
it.
same thing.
but like once, okay,
feel sorry for them.
think of all the things that you need in life, right? All the things that you could, in your wildest dreams, want to buy.
And now
Say you
gold
want,
plate them all.
say you want a mansion and like a bunch of supercars or whatever. That's gonna be what, like $100 million? What are you gonna do with the other $900 million?
Live an amazing life.
Yeah, that's why
No,
people
you're-
donate it to charity.
Yeah,
There's nothing
charity
you
seems
can
to be
do.
like-
Create like
the
a
same today.
like buy an island and create
That's
like,
like-
the most dangerous games situation.
That'd be
Apparently
cool,
you
shit.
like
can-
ship homeless people there and then shoot them.
Like fucking
Thomas Crown
Johnny
Fest.
Depp owns an island. I guess they're not that expensive.
No, you can get cheap
You
islands.
can get cheap
Yeah.
islands. Yeah.
Get
It's
some
not
cheap
big.
islands. I think,
He's probably gonna lose it in the divorce, but you know.
yeah. Messy.
And what if she
Messy
gets half
divorce.
the island?
Messy, messy. Dude, she's young, too. His
Amber
wife
Heard?
is young. Yeah. Or is I know her best
He's-
from her amazing performance in Never Back Down.
He's not young.
He's not. No.
He's
She
like
was in
50.
Pineapple Express.
Holding
Three
up
or
very
something.
well though. Yeah? No, you don't think so?
Well, money helps.
It's
holds up.
money, lots of weed.
I don't know that it makes you look better.
I assume he's just relaxed all the time, right? He's super chill.
I mean, like, you look fantastic. What's your secret? Tons of weed.
Yeah.
Although, look at Willie Nelson. That guy's like 150.
Right?
Yeah.
He's not aged as well.
I mean, he's a bit older than Johnny Depp.
Yeah. He's
He's actually,
got
he's
about 40
actually,
years
on.
he's
I think.
actually 72. That's not true.
I'm pretty sure he's in his 80s.
He's actually 64.
Yeah, Willie Nelson. He's up there.
He's 27.
And he's still performing.
How old is Willie Nelson?
All right, here we go.
Willie Nelson is 83.
83.
Pretty good for 83.
38.
Pretty good.
Pretty, wow.
They got a full head of hair.
And then some.
Yeah.
Lindsay went and saw him in concert with her dad like a year ago.
Oh, yeah?
In Austin.
How old is Ryan Haywood?
Oh.
35?
I don't know Ryan Haywood's age.
Oh! I'm sure they know Gavin.
It brought your phone number up on screen when it said that. I
Oh,
was like,
did
oh
it?
god, don't read it out. It's not live.
Ryan Haywood at
That's
512.
Well, now they know he lives in Austin. You piece of shit.
That's really cool. That's one of
Really
the
gave it
coolest
away.
things about American phone numbers is that you know the region that they're dialing from.
Do you though?
Like,
Not anymore.
I mean, you can.
well, like 512 is like an Austin number.
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah, but I could live in New York and have
I
an
actually
Austin
don't have
number.
a 512 number.
That's true.
Right, but
It's
He
you
not-
probably
have
has a
you have it
Georgia
from the
number.
place you had it, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they
Well,
they originated.
here's the difference though. In England, every number starts with 07. The whole country up and down, you don't know.
Yeah,
where
I
it's
had
Was that not the
732.
country code? And then
I used to have 7.
so how many digits
Yeah,
is it?
732 and 908. Those are the area
11.
codes
I
for
never
us,
had
right?
908.
That's a lot of digits.
Yeah. Every number starts with 07.
You were probably there too when you were there. Probably it was just 732.
Every
when you were
mobile
in
number.
Jersey.
As far as I remember, yeah.
they added 908 like probably when I was like a teenager.
The downside to American phone numbers is that you don't know whether they're a mobile number or a landline.
Does it matter?
No. But it's
So
like
what do you
You
care?
can
can
pretty
always-
much assume
What?
that it's not a landline because it's not 19.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
But 07 is in England is every mobile number, but area codes are just for landlines.
Oh,
Huh.
weird.
Are they still 11 digits long though?
Yeah.
Dude, remember when
How
you
much
used
time
to
is lost?
remember when you used to memorize all the phone numbers? Like I used to know like 40 in my head, and now you're lucky if I know 2.
I know my wife's phone
I know
number.
my phone number, I know Lindsay's phone number, and I knew the phone number at my house where I grew up, and
Do you not
one
know-
neighbor, and that's
You
it.
don't know your mum's phone number?
I don't know my mother's phone number. I have no idea.
I don't know my
It's in my
mom's
phone.
number.
I've
don't
never
know.
I have never in my life dialed it since I put it in my phone.
It's bad, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I
In
get
an
it. I just know
emergency, you're just
Lindsay's.
like, I
just
can't
go-
call my
I go,
my loved
"Wife!"
ones.
Yeah. It doesn't matter anyway. In an emergency, I'm fucked. She lives in New Jersey, so. Emergency is like, come identify your son's corpse, so I'm not really that worried about it.
There's a cool feature coming up on the Apple Watch where you can just like have an emergency button and it auto dials emergency depending on where you are. So like in England, 911,
Ah.
it knows the emergency code in every country. And you don't
That's
need your
pretty cool.
phone on you because it will,
Was it
wirelessly
999?
connect.
So basically,
Yeah.
your watch is now a life alert.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So, but now
This is
basically if
some
someone,
old bird going like,
if
"Oh,
someone
fuck!"
thinks, smash this bird's phone and then, cave her head in, she's still got,
Wait, doesn't the watch need the phone to call?
or if he just throws it away or something, like gets it off her, she can still use the phone from her wrist.
Still in Bluetooth range.
Yeah, well, like, it's like, what if, like, don't you need the phone if you smashed it? All right, he hasn't smashed it. He's removed
Let's
it.
revive
Well, I mean,
the
if
story.
you smashed the
Let's
screen
take it
but the
back.
phone was still on,
Yes.
you could still
That's
doodly do.
all those thieves that are like, yeah, fuck the phone.
Yeah.
You see
Give me the
someone
wallet,
cowering in
bird.
a corner like this, it's like, what are you doing? What you got there?
Help me! Go, gadget helicopter! So,
Handy. It's cool.
yeah.
I'm amazed that's not a feature already. Just like emergency.
I imagine, like, that's risky, though. You get into, like, the, like, oops.
Yeah, you don't want to
Essentially, you have to hold it down.
butt wrist dial.
I'm just saying, it
What if your
happens.
arms got cut off?
Oh, now you're
And that's
fucked.
the emergency.
Well,
Well, if your arms cut off, you don't have a
lucky-
watch.
For you,
lucky
Gavin's
for Gavin,
fine, yeah.
Gavin just points his face in any direction. He can hit the button.
Do you think you could crawl with no arms?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could just.
I've
try
seen,
right now.
I've
You just-
seen Andy do
just-
it over and over
you
and
just
over
slug,
again.
like-
Exactly what you're doing.
Yeah.
You've seen
I
Andy
guess it
do
depends
that.
on where.
Try it.
How far.
See if you can get from there to
I
there.
don't want to do that. on
Yeah,
this
that's
floor.
gotta be
Jesus.
fucking
Okay, we're gonna need a mat, one of those thin blue mats that you get at school. We need one of them, and we'll get the Ryan Slug race going.
Wow, you're the
The
professional. Let's see you
Ryan
do it.
Slug race.
Show me how
going.
it's done.
I'll do it if we get the mat.
Yeah, show
involved.
him how it's done, man. Show him how the
We got
slug
loads
race
of those
is
things.
done. We got loads of them?
I'll do it if Ryan does it.
Okay.
Well, if Gavin does it.
I'll watch it if either one of you do it. How about that? Now you guys are just looking around to see if something's happening.
Well,
This was the reaction from broadcast.
God damn it. That was the reaction. Like the reaction was, God damn it, every time Gavin's on. Every
What,
time
like
he's
some-
on.
something happens?
You just make them do stuff.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Well,
no, it's fine. It's just like, broadcast, do it. And they're like, fine. They're good about it, though.
yeah, they're
Get it
getting
done,
better.
man.
the pads may have been outsourced.
It doesn't matter. Then I
gone
imagine,
now.
if the pads are gone, then a number of people from broadcast will lay down, and you can crawl across them.
There you
It's not
go.
actually on the. They'll lay
Well,
face
you
up.
got to
so they
do
don't
it with
have
the arms, though. I mean, that's,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all shoulders and hips, man.
I mean,
your hips alone.
How much of this is
Your
arms,
hips and
though?
your like knees.
How much of this is arm? Even if you had no arms, you still have shoulders. To
Yeah,
I mean,
I gotta agree with Gavin.
they
also,
work?
you can just use legs like frogs, and you don't even need your upper half
Yeah.
anyway.
It's true.
Yeah.
legs like frogs. Okay.
You know
yeah,
where you do
yeah,
like
yeah,
front
no, I
crawl,
get you.
breaststroke.
Yeah, sure.
Give it a go. Let's do it.
Well, they're gonna get their mats first.
They found a
We found a cloth. This is great.
Not happening.
Actually came over with the cloth. I'll do it on the cloth.
Yeah.
I don't think physically that would.
No, it'll be funny because the cloth will pull up and we'll
Yeah.
drag it with us
Yeah.
and everything.
Let's
It'll
get
be
that
great.
cloth going.
It'll be great. We'll get the cloth going. While we
Alright.
get the cloth prepped, I'll do this ad read.
Jeff's excited to do it
You
too.
may remember earlier when we were talking about Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates. Well, it's great because they're a sponsor for this very episode. Did you know the upcoming absolutely hilarious R-rated comedy Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates is inspired by a true story? Adam Devine and Zac Efron star as the hard-partying brothers Mike and Dave Stengel, who place an online ad to find the perfect dates for their sister's wedding in Hawaii. Hoping for a wild getaway, the boys instead find themselves outsmarted and outpartied by an uncontrollable duo played by Anna Kendrick and Aubrey Plaza. The supporting cast is great as well, with Sam Richardson from Veep, Kumail Nanjiani, I'm sure I fucked that up, from Silicon Valley as the greatest masseuse of all time, and Stephen Root. All this, and it's based on real events that actually happened. You can't make this stuff up, it says in caps. Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates is a must-see comedy of the summer in theaters July 8th. Find the trailer online at mikeanddave.com. That's mikeanddave.com. So we were talking about at the beginning of the podcast that you, Gavin, and I got to see
An early cut of that
yeah,
movie.
not final version of the film at South by Southwest, and it was pretty darn funny.
Very funny.
Yeah, it was good. I liked it. Ryan didn't know anything about it, apparently. Didn't see the emails, didn't show up.
That Zac Efron is one of those guys you don't want to like because like God just shit gold
but
all
I
over
love
him.
him.
But he's really because you were in
Yeah.
He was
That's
in that
what musical
Battlefield
were.
thing I did.
But he's
right.
Good looking.
really funny.
Yeah, it's funny
Really funny.
guy.
He's great.
Great shape.
I bet he's just a nice guy too.
Yeah, he probably is.
I hear he's got an odor though.
Yeah,
wish.
Zac
It
Efron?
was- you know, there's those dark corners of the internet.
sure.
They're like 9 celebrities who don't smell good.
Are you
He was on
serious?
there. He was seriously. He was on there. I don't know. I got no verifiable
Probably
evidence.
some poor bastard who's been working 18 hours on set and
Right.
running around, and maybe they don't smell good.
I mean, they
Yeah.
always fall back on like the what's his name during Lord of the Rings was like he lived in the woods just to really get into character.
Aragorn?
Yes.
And
Viggo.
Viggo
something.
Viggo
Vigil
Morgenstein.
Morgenstein.
and Shia LaBeouf. What's his name?
Shia LaBeouf, yeah.
Stinky. Allegedly.
That I buy. Zac Efron,
No, he looked like he smelled
I'm
good.
just saying, dude, I saw his house.
Yeah.
Okay, when I was in LA, like
Dude,
two
a
years
tour?
ago with Lindsay's parents, did a tour.
You see that?
Saw the house from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Saw Zac Efron's house.
You see that video of that motherfucker flipping tires with the Rock?
No,
Oh God.
with just some dude.
Maybe.
Or,
No, Zac Efron.
oh, okay. I
Working
thought you
out
were
with
like
the
that
Rock.
motherfucker. I don't know. Dude, Zac Efron's cut.
He is cut.
All right, you want to race?
Fucking him and Dirty Grandpa.
I didn't see that.
I didn't see it either, but
Far.
All right,
you guys
so,
are just gonna bunch up the fucking.
yeah, but it's gonna be funny. You're also out. Oh, there you go.
There you
Okay,
go.
that's a great shot. So you're now okay. Ryan's got a significant lead already. Just so you
back
know.
here, Ryan.
He's up. Like Jeff, you want to call this even with their heads?
Hold on.
That looks pretty.
Yeah. Gavin's a
Gavin,
a
go
smidge
back.
ahead.
Go back a smidge.
Yeah, it's not gonna matter. Gavin's gonna fucking blow it.
Yeah. He will. Okay. Now you're pretty even.
Yeah.
All right. So this is gonna be an armless wiggle to the end of the cloth, I guess.
Here, as a matter of fact, hold on. You
Audio
guys are
listeners, watch the video. There's not much I can do for you there. Okay, Jeff is gonna judge.
gonna- No, I'm just gonna stand on this thing.
Oh, I'll stand on the other side then. I'll stand in the middle. And then I can do like the winner when they pass.
You don't want that.
like the cut back to nothing. The camera just cut back to nothing on set for a second.
All right, I'm ready.
All right, Jeff. Okay. Well, Jeff, give him a countdown and call.
All right.
What's showmanship?
Yeah.
On your mark, get set, go.
Oh, it's pretty evenly matched. Gavin ran away with
Wow.
it. Wow.
He's the professional.
Wow. Though Ryan, for thinking he couldn't do it,
Did
it's a
pretty
hell of
well.
a competition.
Oh look! And now I got a phone and a wallet.
Oh, that's fine.
Jesus,
Well,
how do you sit on that thing?
I'm glad we
You
did
don't,
that.
I imagine.
It's like George
No,
Costanza.
do
Is there
you
hard
know
candy in there?
anyone our age that puts wallets in their back pocket? Because I
no,
don't.
dude.
Stupid. How would you sit
I
down?
don't.
You'd be
My
like this.
entire life, people have been like,
Front pocket.
Keep it
front
thin.
right pocket.
But it's a whole wallet right here.
It'll
What do you
break your spine. I can't sit like that.
It's kind of it squishes off to the
No,
side.
you're like old dad still, Ryan.
mean? I
My father wore.
So
fucking-
I'm told.
I can't talk
Wallet's
about that
back
thing
pocket.
I mentioned to you.
Well, I mean,
Can't- oh, the
it's not
whisper?
live, so we'll just cut it if not.
No, it's probably too much.
You guys were kind of whispering during the ad read. I noticed it.
Was it distracting?
It wasn't distracting to me. Maybe
You're
the
a
audience.
professional.
You guys had a
Yeah.
something you guys were talking about reminded me of something I did this morning. I just
Was it? Do you touch yourself?
no.
All right.
Jeff, you're the fucking master of like, I'll bring it up, but I
He's
can't
the
talk
new
about it.
Joel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop doing it. Just shut up.
I say let's hear it. That's what I say.
Because you already know what it
Then
is.
cut it.
Oh, they're not gonna cut it, and then I'll be in trouble.
I mean,
Yep.
let's just not talk
I'm
about
gonna
it
get.
anymore.
I'll
if we're
get.
not
I'll
talking
get
about
tumbled.
it.
I don't want to be tumbled.
Okay, then
Alright.
don't
Is that
get
still a thing?
tumbled. Not really.
I don't know.
No, not really. No, I mean like Tumblr is a thing, but like getting tumbled isn't a thing. Anyway, so today, Friday, not today. It's actually Monday.
RTX.
Yeah, we're pre-taping this because
We're there now.
RTX.
We're there
Why
right
don't
now.
we just use the one that you'll do at RTX?
Because that's on Sunday. And
wrong
it wouldn't
day.
come out till like days later anyway. So what we're going to do is we're going to put that on next week.
Duh.
Do
The
I-
one at RTX, which
I-
we're filming on Sunday, is going to come out on the 8th, the same day that Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates comes out.
Do I have to do that one? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yep.
Alright.
I think that's me, you, Jack, and Jeremy at RTX, I
Alright.
believe.
Cool.
Yeah, it should be awesome. I actually think it's like the last thing of RTX.
So
that
is
like
there-
closes
Oh,
out
really?
RTX.
Is there Achievement Hunter panels and then that?
There's one achievement.
One
Hunter
achievement
panel,
Hunter.
There's only one panel?
Yeah, we only did
podcast.
one
fair,
thing
Yeah,
last year.
Yeah.
There's
You
a-
only have to do one.
There's a Heroes and Halfwits thing, and then there's a Let's Play.
I mean, awesome.
I don't know if you guys are in the Let's Play thing, though.
I'm sure I'm in the Heroes and Halfwits thing.
You're probably in that one.
Is Frank there? Frank's gonna be in it, right?
Frank's there.
Dude, I don't want to spoil it in either way, but holy shit. His performance in the last episode we filmed,
Oh, yeah.
you'll know exactly what I'm talking about
Yeah.
when you get there.
Griffin
It's
and I were
top
talking
notch.
about it this morning.
It's top notch.
She was just like, we were walking to breakfast, and she just goes, out of the blue, non sequitur, she just goes, boy, Frank really went for it, didn't he? And I went,
Dude,
yes, he did.
I was
Sure
laughing
did.
for like 45 seconds straight. It was like, kept it to myself after a bit because I didn't want to interrupt him because he was still talking and doing his thing. But Griffin turned to me at one point and she's like, are you okay? And I was like, what's he doing?
That motherfucker, he's all in.
What was he doing?
Hell of a DM.
You'll have to watch.
You'll have to watch
He
guys.
was
He committed.
embracing character.
Yeah.
Oh, he really was.
Oh,
He's
dude,
really
we are
getting into it.
We are getting low on this tap. I think maybe one or two more beers. Sorry, Ryan.
That's, it's all right.
Do you want another one? You've been fumbling that one around for...
Yeah, get him
Maybe I
another
do.
one.
I'm pacing myself.
Oh man, exciting news in
Damaging to
Achievement
the body.
Hunter. We got a mini
Huh?
fridge
Yeah, we did.
because the support room got a real fridge and they just gave us their leftovers.
There's a whole fridge shakeup going on. I went into the bungalow this morning, and the bungalow fridge is now the fridge from Stage 5. Like
Wait,
the
what?
glass. the
Oh,
one with the
that's
glass.
not there anymore?
I think that they got a separate one. But
it
so
the
now
same?
it's like the same. I don't think it's the exact same one, but I think
Is
it's the
there
same.
enough people in the bungalow
model.
to warrant that?
So,
Same
and then
model, yeah.
I thought that's weird because now they don't have a freezer in here. And they're like, no, we have a freezer over there. So now they have two. They have a fridge and a freezer. And then somehow we got in our support room, we got their old fridge and freezer. So then we got the support room's fridge.
Oh, so that shit rolled further
Shit,
downhill
it
than
just-
I
So
thought.
we're the bottom of the fridge.
We are
hill.
literally the
Yeah.
bottom of the fridge barrel.
Yes.
Got it.
But that's fine.
Yeah.
We haven't had a fridge.
Yeah, I'm not
That
complaining.
would have been great last week when we didn't have air conditioning. We just opened the fucking doors
This is
and let
this
it.
is actually great too because we got the fridge on Friday last week and I moved some stuff out of the way. It's right next to the couch. I'm like, oh, it'll go right. We can put it right there. So I clean stuff out of the way so we can put it there.
You're our official cleaner.
and
Whenever
Jack.
we have to move stuff.
Jack as well.
Jack is like the initial organizer, but I'll just be like, all right, it's dirty, let's clean it.
But Jack is also the collector.
It's true. Jack wants to like he sets everything up. Like when we move into the office for the first time, he's like, I'll do the cable management, I'll do everything. But
'Cause
then
he
when
loves
we're,
it.
he loves it. But then when we're in the office, Jack won't fucking throw anything away. And I'm like, oh, it's still good. I'm like, you haven't used it for 4 years, but it's good.
Jack's gonna have
like-
when Jack's like 65, he's gonna have the title of the most organized hoarder ever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. You don't see those two together usually.
No.
I think being able to finally throw stuff away is an achievement.
Yeah.
Because you naturally, the human mind doesn't want to throw something away and then need it later. Like I've lived all my life
course.
keeping like an Allen key for a desk that
course.
I'll never use again. It's like, I might need it. I loved the moment where I was like, I'll just buy another Allen key.
Yeah.
Because it's like 50 quid or 50p or
Disposable
something.
culture. That's
I've-
what we live in.
I've
But it's
done
like,
that.
you can't have too much crap.
Yeah,
in your
I
life.
agree.
It builds up so fast.
I've done that, various occasions over the course of my life, but no more than when I moved into my house. Because, like, I've been living in my apartment for a little over 2 years, and this is my second apartment. So, like, the first one I was in for, like, a year and a half. But even still, I just moved to Austin, and Lindsay and I didn't start dating till, like, 6 months after that. So, like, she moved in, but she had some stuff. But, like, the second apartment, like, I was living in Austin for, like, 2 years almost when I moved into that apartment. So, like, that thing had fucking tons of shit in it. Like, that was collected. Moving from that apartment to the house was just, I couldn't believe how much fucking shit we had. And I was just like, I hit a point where I was like, I kept asking Lindsay, because she's worse than I am about saving shit. I kept asking her, I packed for about 3 days, and I'm like, hey, do you want this? Oh, yeah, I'll save that. Because anything that I'd be like, we could probably throw this away. Hey, do you want this? Of course she wants it. Hey, do you want this? Oh, she wants it. Fucking like after I think I packed Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Saturday morning, I was just like, I'm not gonna ask her anymore. And I just threw away like so much shit. We moved into the house, and for weeks she's like, "Hey, did you see this thing?" I'm like, I
Chucked it.
probably must. It's still got to be packed up.
off
I
the
guess.
truck.
I guess just keep unpacking all the boxes, you know, and you'll get to it
It's
eventually.
like, they were my baby photos.
Yeah, it's really weird. I'm not sure what happened to them.
I had hardly any
Just
crap.
fucking
You
throw
said
it away.
you basically got a hard reset when
Well,
you moved over here.
when I moved
Well,
to
he
the
didn't.
the
It's
US,
still
I
your
brought-
parents' house and shit, right?
You brought an
There's some
Xbox.
stuff.
I mean, if it's still in your parents' house, it doesn't count anymore.
What, have you got stuff at your parents' house?
Oh yeah.
Well, he's mentioned it several. The only time it ever comes
Oh, in
up
Cloudberry?
is when you're like, "Do you own this?" And he goes, "It's at my parents' house."
I had
How big is the studio that I lived in? Like,
about 350 square feet.
yeah, so I went from having everything I have in that to going to like, I don't know what my house was like.
Probably like
2,000
3,000 square
Yeah.
feet.
2,000 square feet?
2,500.
I had nothing. I had no furniture. I had like 4 mugs to my name and clothes and hard drives. That was about it.
I had similarly to that.
And
I
a
had
projector.
the opposite revelation when our house got broken into a few years ago, and somebody
you had
came
a
and
lot of shit.
stole everything.
Yeah.
And I had to replace it all. It wasn't that much to replace. I remember
Oh,
thinking,
really?
like, I feel like we should own more.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I was
bet
kind of
you guys-
You were a
depressed
little
by like,
insulted.
helping the economy.
Yeah.
I was insulted by
You were
how
insulted
little
by
I
the
owned.
by the robbery and the realization.
Yeah,
We lost some good videos in that.
we did. We lost some great videos.
Oh, they stole some
Was it
videos.
hard?
They stole a computer.
Yeah.
Do you think maybe
a
they'll ever
desktop.
cut them and upload
A
them?
Mac Pro. I hope so. There's a video
Your dick
of
is on
me.
there.
My dick is on there.
And
They stole
There's a
your
video of me
dick.
hitting Gavin with having a rubber band fight, and he doesn't know how to have a rubber band fight.
Yeah, I was like
and
doing
hit
it
him
really hard. It goes. "Patoom," and
I
Jeff's
hit
like,
him
"Ugh."
so hard, it just cut his arm open.
Yeah, it would just
Oh.
slice through my skin every time.
That's awesome.
How many everyday objects have you injured him severely with?
Quite a few.
There's ping pong ball, now rubber
Dude,
band.
we were in line for a party at. This is too easy. We were in line for a party at VidCon, and I shoved a Bic or a Sharpie so far up his asshole, I had to take it out.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because usually
He was
Yeah.
on the ground in front of 200 people, and
Usually-
this girl leans over to me and goes, "Are you gay?" I said, "I don't know, maybe." And she goes, "All right." This is weird.
That's
Like, what does that
usually
matter?
Jeff either nails one of my buttocks or
Yeah.
he gets near my anus, but
Yeah.
the curvature of my
Right.
anus ends it up like funnels
Yeah,
it
yeah,
into my
yeah,
anus.
yeah.
That time you came from nowhere into the middle
He
of
was
my
just
anus.
drunk
Just
enough. I
dead
think.
on.
Yeah. I did that once to you.
How
as
did
well.
it pierce
think-
the cloth barrier?
No, it happened.
Dude,
It happened
you can get in
because
there.
It just
as I
pushes it a
did
lot.
it to
Oh.
Gavin, I hit him with like a pen or something like that. He said he had to pull the underwear out of his ass because like it caught it and shoved it up in
Yeah,
there.
I mean, grab a tablecloth and
Yeah.
push it through a circle. And
Here's
it's
what you
like
need
that.
to start doing. You need to just take a small little packet of lube and just glue it onto your asshole.
What are you on
Grab
about?
a
Look,
tablecloth.
What are
do you
you
want it?
talking
Do you want it
about?
lubed? Or do you want it unlubed? Obviously, things are going in your ass one way or the other.
But it's
Yeah.
my underwear. I'm not gonna lube the fabric of my
No,
underwear.
that's a little.
No. It's like
package.
think of it like
Yeah,
a little
it's like
packet
a-
of Hellman's mayonnaise,
Yeah.
but it's lube.
Exactly.
And it's
Well,
just there.
Could it be in a sachet that breaks in an
Yeah,
emergency?
no. It's like
Yeah.
an airbag. Yeah, it's not like it's
Like
just
an
lube.
airbag.
You don't want just loose lube in there.
No, that would be ridiculous.
That would
It's
be
like- it's
ridiculous.
like-
Only
you
when
know
when
those,
cloth gets pushed up my arse.
You ever
Exactly.
use one of those like bug bite things where it's like a little vial and it's got a cotton pad on the end and the middle's filled with like chemicals like ointment and shit, and you snap it. You snap the middle and crack it and like shake it, and then the fluid reaches the pad. and you
activates.
tab it on. Yeah, we used it. They had them a lot like on the ambulance and
seen
shit.
that.
But yeah, it's just like it's kind of like an ice pack where you break it, like you just crack it and then it soaks in. You can do like that, like fill that with lube. So it's like if
There
a
you
finger
go.
cracks it, the lube releases into your ass.
But I don't want to make it easier for his finger to get on my arse.
Yeah,
Look,
but it's gonna go up there
yeah,
anyway.
it's happening
like
either
that,
way.
you have to accept.
What I need is like an anal guard of some sort.
Yeah, you can try like a
cork.
chastity belt for your anus, an anal cork. Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
But like the downside of the anal cork is you have to twist it in anyway. So
Well, it's not my
It's
arsehole's
like-
not
Is the
threaded.
solution
Why would I
worse
it
have
than
to
could be
twist
though.
it in?
It could be though.
What I need is
That
an
makes it
anal,
more secure.
An anal cork with an anus at the end, so it doesn't look
That's
like
what's a
my
fake
anus.
You
anus.
wanted to take the hit
So
for you.
yeah, so you get a hollowed out anal cork.
Why
with
is
a
it? Wait, why is it hollow?
With like the back's hollow, so you can fit an anus in the back of the cork, like a fake anus. So he fingers your anus, but he's actually fingering the cork,
Guys.
and he thinks it's yours.
I'm glad we didn't just keep talking about politics.
See, I said we'd get there.
I'm actually
I told you
impressed
we'd get there.
with our range.
This is off topic, man. It's perfect name. Shout out to that guy who named it. I don't know his name, but I said it in episode 1.
It was
Why are you massaging the table?
it's probably top
wiping
3.
It does feel nice.
I'm wiping it. It feels so nice. Everywhere
Until-
on this table besides
Yeah,
this
until
part
you get to, like, the
feels
herb
great. It
part
just
of the
feels
table.
good to rub. It's such a fucking nice table.
That's
Why
why
did
not.
Marcus do that to
He must
it?
have felt so bad.
He
doing
built
that.
it.
What
can
was he
destroy it.
thinking?
And he hasn't fixed it yet.
Do you think
either.
it was like the son that he hated? And he was like, "Argh, it didn't come out perfect, so I'll ruin it. No one
seriously,
can use it.
We're gonna sand that down and try again at some point, right? Or is this?
I mean,
just,
we're not going
This is
to.
life now. Is
Marcus might at some point. I mean, he's still recovering. Let the man, he's
All right.
intimidated
I feel
at
like
this point.
with a good disc sander that will come off in 20 or 30 seconds. Get it all.
a disc sander? Sure.
Don't do it.
I feel
Let
like
him
a
do
belt
it.
sander would probably be a better idea. But
I agree with Ryan.
Is a disc sander not a thing?
no, I mean there
That's
is
probably
such a
just-
thing,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
I was just
it
thinking
goes
something
this way.
circular.
You don't want to like. It's not like a waxer.
Like a floor
Yeah,
buffer.
you're thinking
Yeah,
of like
if
a
it-
floor buffer. Yeah, it's not gonna go like.
Those things just get out of control.
It's gonna
Yeah.
fucking rip it to shreds.
You'll touch it to the table and go.
To be fair,
Like
though,
Jenny McCarthy in basketball.
that would it'd be a pretty cool addition
It
to
would.
this. If it also had like, "Ah!" like half the table was ripped to shreds
be very
by a
nice.
sander. What are you gonna do?
Not do that.
Dude, you excited about RTX?
Yeah, I hope I'm
Coming up.
enjoying
That
it right
we're there
now.
now.
Yeah,
I'm
as
in
am I.
the sort of like pre-fear mode where
Yeah.
Yeah.
you use this time to psych yourself up because in everyday life, you leave the office, you go home. No one says anything to you. You're just like,
Sometimes
go
if I
about
go to
your way.
Walmart, they'll say
Yeah.
so. They'll be like, "Oh, you're buying chicken?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Usually I'll pop in HEB, get some food, go home. Nothing happens. But next week, Austin is a different place.
Yeah, it'll be
'Cause
pretty.
it's not
silly.
just a convention center; it's all of Austin. It's crazy. It's madness. So I'm psyching myself up this week.
Yeah,
I'm getting ready.
That's the way to do it.
I'm just happy to be in town this weekend.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
pretty
I
cool.
feel
Even if it's at a convention
pretty
center.
cool
it's
to
just
not
like-
leave.
This is my 4th weekend event in a row, I think.
You get to stay in your own bed, except you don't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
being responsible though. Party
How's that
hard,
being responsible?
party hard downtown, and it's like wasted. You just stay downtown at a hotel.
I just
Oh,
have
just
I have
get an
events. I have events all morning and all evening, and
So
Griffin has
fucking
a,
Ubers.
the
Griffin
other
has
thing.
a separate schedule where she has to
Get
be around
fair.
for her booth and stuff. So it's just like easier to walk across the street. If I want to take a nap in the middle of the day, just go to a hotel room.
That's fair.
I want to go out for a while.
Feels like we got an easier schedule this year, just in terms of like having events like. one
I
after
can
another.
fix that.
Oh, do you? Yours no good?
Damn,
Give
dude.
you some of mine.
Damn.
I'm good. Actually, no, I have no complaints. That's all I'm saying. Life's looking good for me, other than my last week kind of blew. But
What happened last week?
Ryan got another fucking dog bit by a rattlesnake.
Are you
two
serious?
dogs in the same week.
Yes. Okay. Here's
Different
what,
days.
And was it the same week? Did your
Where
other
do you
dog?
live?
Wait, hang on. Didn't your dog get bit by a rattlesnake? Then another dog died.
No, one
dog died
dog died. Dog died.
But didn't have anything to do with the rattlesnake.
No.
Are you sure that
rattlesnake
was before
involvement.
the rattlesnake? I thought it was after.
Yes, I'm sure it was before the rattlesnake.
I'm sure it was too because I hadn't heard about the rattlesnake stuff.
No, it was.
I thought I asked you, did your
Dog
dog die
died.
from the rattlesnake?
No, dog died first. No rattlesnake involvement.
Right.
that we know of.
That you,
Well, I mean, you'd notice because you go like that's.
wait,
You
the,
do that?
The dog goes.
Yeah, it swells up real big.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
He already had all 3 dogs get bit by a rattlesnake
Yeah,
last
he
year.
knows.
Trust me,
He
we're
knows.
professionals. Also,
Yeah.
my wife is a
Do
vet.
you live in
so-
a swamp?
Yeah, dude.
I do
Dangerous.
live. There's not houses behind me. There's like a.
Yeah, because
no.
people will die.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, clearly.
Fucking snake territory.
Can you get like bug zappers for snakes?
I'm trying to figure that out. I went down there with a shovel
It's called a
hunting for it. Can't find
flamethrower.
it.
You're gonna bash a snake with a shovel?
I would.
Yeah, you chop its
I
head
would
off.
certainly.
okay, look.
shit.
I would certainly pay somebody to do that while I'm
That
safe
was
behind.
that was Lindsay mentioned like
How-
the ranch that we just stayed at this weekend. I was at her family's ranch house this weekend, and she said like the first time I went there, she was telling me that one time they drove up to the house and there was a fucking rattlesnake on the front porch, like in front of the fucking house.
Yeah.
And her dad's like, "I'll take care of it." Got out, took a shovel, and just chopped its head off with the shovel.
How could you kill something so big?
He
Here's
just went
the thing.
like that,
Okay.
and its head
well,
came
I
off.
mean, rattlesnakes are.
That's
Not,
still-
And he's like,
it's
"No,
terrific.
just throw
I'd
its
kill
corpse
something
away."
like this big.
I got an interesting perspective on this from Taylor Pelto, actually, one of her
Yeah.
animators, former animator, yeah, Penny and Ruby. She hated owls.
Weird.
It's because her family lived up in Alaska, where those were actually predators that
Yeah.
would come after her animals.
Oh.
An owl?
An
Yeah.
owl, yes. She had one of those little yappy dogs, and the owl tried to steal it once.
Griffin fucking Friday found a giant dead snake This is giant to me, by the way.
Yeah. Oh,
It's-
yeah, I
it's a
mentioned
lot
it
of
in her
space.
big.
new
Yeah.
studio,
About
right?
that, yeah, and just cut in half. Arrow had found it and shoot it in half.
Oh,
Wow.
It's the greatest fucking dog on the planet.
That's pretty good.
Oh, was
So
that,
proud
was
of
that
my
at the
dog.
studio or at the
Yeah.
house?
At the
Was it a
studio.
rattlesnake?
That's actually
No, those at the house. We would move.
See, that's
Yeah.
funny because I thought you were gonna say the thing
We're
which you already
thinking about
mentioned was when she moved in, she found the snake's skin, and you were already freaking out about that.
I was freaking out about that.
Yeah,
well,
but
we
this
found
was
the
like an
snake that it
actual
went
snake.
to. Yeah, and
Well,
so
Was it a
maybe.
rattlesnake?
I got
Could've
into
been another
the I
snake.
got into the van and I go, the van smells weird, and she goes, yeah, I got trash in the back. I need to take it to the dumpster. And I was like, oh, okay, let's do that. And she goes, I don't want to freak you out. But there was a huge dead snake in there as well, and I was like, out
She
the window,
kept it?
out the door.
Well, you got to
Throw
throw
it
it
away.
away.
You could leave it at the studio.
She doesn't,
not?
have, she doesn't have trash service.
Get rid of it.
Just wing it into a bush or something.
Well, then it's
It's
going to
an
stink.
animal.
All I know is I'm never going back there. For the next
God, I just couldn't-
2 years and 9 months, I will not set foot.
Then
I
you're
just
in
couldn't
Texas,
end
man.
such a big life.
So
No,
Ryan,
the
feel
point
every
being
bit.
though, yeah, that was where I was going with the Taylor thing is. So until I actually had to deal with a backyard that had a snake in it, I probably wouldn't have said I'd kill a snake. But now it's like, my kids sometimes go out there.
yeah.
This cannot stand.
Well, you
snake.
just have to look at the kid. You can't just kill all the snakes. It's the
Yes,
wrong...
you can.
You can
There's
discourage
just
them
going to be
heavily.
more snakes.
Well, I mean,
it's only
not really.
It's not like
a certain
it's not
extent.
like the
It's not like there's
snake
1,000.
apartment opens up and a new
Yeah.
snake looks in the paper.
Yeah,
and
but it's not like you can
That's
go...
a nice
Here's the
neighborhood.
thing, I
It's
don't
not like
want
you
it-
go, I've killed 6 snakes. We're good.
I don't want it to
There are
know
six
how many
less
snakes
snakes in that
Good for
area.
now.
I don't want it to think that that's a home. I don't want it to move in. I want to discourage it from creating a nest, raising a family, because I'm raising a family there.
So,
And I'm paying the mortgage.
so
What if
so,
the snake helped pay
So
the
what's the
bills?
situation with the snake bites then? Are the dogs
They're,
okay?
No, they're both totally fine. Maya, I think she just stepped on it. Like I let her out. That was great. It was like 4:50 in the morning, and she was just roaming around the house. And
That's
oh,
an
God, fine.
inconvenient
No,
dog.
it's not a time of morning where you want
Anything to
anything
happen.
to be awake. So I let her out, and then I saw her down at the bottom of the hill, just kind of like. I was like, oh fuck! I knew immediately. I just closed the door. I put my shoes on. I was like, Laurie, dog got bit by a snake, and I just went out there and
So
got
do you
her.
have
brought
all
her
the
in.
gubs at home to deal with that?
No,
have to go to the vet?
anti-venom is expensive. You don't want to just sit on that.
So what happens? Lori just has to take the dog to the vet right then?
Yep, she took him to
So
over.
can she open the vet?
And then it happened
in the
again,
middle of-
like-
she took her to we took her to an emergency vet that was close by, because the place she works is not 24 hours.
And she can't just go and open it up and get all this.
You
crap
need
out of it.
they need to be monitored for like 24 hours or so
Mm.
afterwards. So yeah, it needs to stay at an all-night place.
Did you ever see the video of that family who had a rabbit, and they just found this rabbit and they were releasing it back into the wild,
Oh,
and the kid is there watching it, and then a bird comes down and just flies off with it.
there's some
like
great
right in the
versions of
shot.
that
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, but no,
So
yeah.
sad. It's so awesome. Like
It's
the timing is
nature.
awesome. Yeah, this is like nature happening right in front of
I
us.
was there. I had another one of those that I used for as like a free play clip where it was they had like nursed this bird back to health and they just let it fly and it just goes thunk right into a building and just,
Oh God!
it made it like 20 feet.
Damn, dude. I mean,
You kind of just want to release it and then turn around and hope for
Listen,
the best.
sometimes like people, animals are dumb.
Yeah.
Okay, there's some dumb ones.
It's
out
not
there.
their fault though. I mean, they never
Okay, no.
evolved around glass before. Like
I mean, it's
of them
kind of
are
their
dumb.
fault.
Like
It's kind of
the-
their fault. Look at it.
The first time the
You were
dogs
born
got
around
bit,
glass. That
all
one
three of
was.
them got bit by the same snake. It bit the first one. The next dog was like, "That's weird."
that's like saying,
Bit
"Oh,
on
I
the
got
face.
killed by the same gun that 4 other people got shot with." It's like it's not
You
your
don't,
fault.
even know it's the
keep
same
walking
snake,
up
though.
to. Well, in that case, we do because you could see like this one. This dog got hit real bad. This dog not so
I
bad.
see,
This dog was
yeah.
like, just
Oh,
some
like the
holes.
snake was empty.
Yeah, they bleeped themselves. And that's pretty much what I think Emma only got. She got bit in the face, like right under the eye.
So
And
like you're fine.
There's,
though.
like-
you could run out and fist fight
Ryan,
that snake.
move, move to Austin.
Yeah, I'm good.
dude, before we moved to this house, there was a snake in our front yard.
Dude, I like my backyard has 3 fences.
Mine does
That's it.
too. They can go under those.
Well, there's a house behind mine, so
That's, like,
Go
My
their yard.
entire yard is concrete. I can see him coming from a mile away.
We're
There's no
redoing
way.
our
that's actually
backyard.
that's
We're
actually the
having it,
reason
like,
why
gutted.
he
Yeah.
had that done.
So
great.
snakes in Texas.
I can see him coming from a mile away.
It's got sentry posts. There's like a Roomba patrolling down there with a knife.
He's made them. We've seen him in action.
It's true.
There's already a skoomba. You call it like a snoomba?
What'd you call them? You call them death Roombas, right? Or what the hell did you call them?
Doombas.
Doombas.
That's what they're called.
All right.
We didn't come up with that name.
The one with a knife on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we do it again with a gun? Like a BB gun or something that you can remotely fire.
Let me step down immediately from
Wow.
a gun.
Yeah. Yeah, we can do that, sure.
I mean,
Like if
We'll
you
do it at
put
your
a-
house this
If
time.
you
Yeah.
put a gun on a Roomba and just set it going downtown somewhere,
Yeah.
and you could just manually fire it, you're firing the gun, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
This sounds like the worst game of Russian roulette ever.
I mean, it doesn't sound like
finds
Russian
dirt,
roulette
it's just
at
spinning
all.
around.
You're at home, fucking shooting a Roomba.
How would they trace that to
Well,
you?
he said
I
take it
did the
downtown.
gun. If it was
Right.
registered to you,
Yeah.
someone would walk up to it after all the bullets are gone, pick it up, and say, "Hey, we should check who bought this." I'm just saying.
You say that, but you can buy them unregistered.
I mean, you can,
Yeah,
but I mean,
that's what's the
it doesn't seem like that's what Gavin's
The
implying.
most terrifying thing about drones is just people attaching weapons to them. A
Autonomous
drone with a
weapon
knife?
platform.
Imagine if a drone just flew into your back with a knife.
Imagine if a
It will
drone
hurt.
flew into your back.
It would hurt.
That alone would hurt.
It
What,
would get-
weren't you just telling a story about a guy hitting himself with a drone or something?
Was I?
I think you were.
I
It was
know
probably
you
on
guys
the
have seen that
podcast
wedding
or
video
something.
where
Yeah,
it's like
yeah,
the
we crashed
drone
into
and it's
the-
like.
This is the one with the where he puts the Roman candle shooter thing on top.
No, it was just a guy who was gonna like stop it right near himself or something, but he hit himself with it. I can't remember. We were talking about it.
I feel like we've just created the next big achievement in our show. We need to weaponize drones.
We
Get a
should
little,
do-
helicopter.
As an
Yeah.
immersion,
Helicopters.
you know, in Mario Kart where they do the 3 balloons on the cart, or
Yeah.
in 64 they do
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
We'll just do that with balloons on drones. Have a little fight.
Yeah.
A little shooty fight.
I mean, we could do it with Mario Kart with go-karts, but
Yeah, but
sure.
we can't have a
That's less
shell
fun.
that like attacks someone.
No, but I could like throw knives or darts at you.
Yeah, but then we'd be in it and we get
No.
hit with a knife. I'm trying to make it autonomous.
I feel like I'd hit you more than you hit me, so I'm okay.
Oh.
I was trying to get hit.
You excited for more immersion?
Yeah.
That's the appropriate pause.
You asked, I answered. Yeah.
You answered a bit weird though.
No.
You answered like a lunatic would answer.
No. That was me answering like I don't know if we're supposed to be talking about that yet.
That we're making a show that we keep making?
Whatever.
Well, it's,
sure.
there's an RTX component that's already been,
Oh, did they announce that?
Whoa, nobody
Oh, okay.
announced that yet.
but it's already they already signed up for it.
Oh, okay.
Who's
They
that?
announced it.
I've had people already saying that I'm going to be doing the RTX thing, or
Oh,
the
okay.
immersion thing at RTX.
All right.
And,
I guess
and it
that's
doesn't matter too because
Wait.
because if anybody knows
We're doing another RTX?
yeah, sorry, it's actually right now. You're at it.
Or maybe we haven't announced it. I don't
Yeah.
know. Fuck it. I'm not going to be the one.
Listen, well, you are
are,
the
you just
other.
back it off.
You just made yourself
I'm
the
backing
one.
off.
But it doesn't matter because by the
Cut
time
it
this
out.
comes out, we have already done it anyway. So who
Also
fucking
true.
cares?
Well, this comes out Friday. What if it's
Like, I'm not going to be the one
It's
to
on
shoot the
Thursday.
president. You
Yeah.
just did.
I know it's-
I'm just going to
we
back
filmed
up
it
the hill.
yesterday.
It's on Thursday.
He's
so I know
neither
it is.
alive nor dead until
Yeah.
someone
Hey,
checks his
by the way,
pulse.
how did
I've
you
heard,
think it went yesterday? I thought it was
Like
awful.
Schrodinger's cat.
What happened yesterday?
Immersion.
Oh, it was great.
Okay.
So I hear Jeff's going to be the lab rat again this season.
Yeah?
No, you don't.
Genuine fear in his eyes.
No fear. There's no fucking
was-
way.
it was outrage.
There's no.
You don't
There's
like
no
being a-
goddamn way.
You don't like being a
in
lab
the
rat?
goddamn world
It's
Wow.
the best.
that I'm gonna goddamn do it. I don't like that shit. I don't like doing the live action stuff. You know
Why?
that. When was the last time you saw me do anything scripted in live action?
Dude, it's fun. Let's play live.
Was it that thing where
That
you
wasn't
kissed a
scripted.
fish?
It was a
we
little
threw
scripted.
gummy bears.
We did rehearsals, man. Come
There
on.
wasn't a script though.
Yeah, it was. It was interior Dolby Theater.
Yep.
Jeff throws gummy worm.
Yep. He's right.
Bear.
He's right on this.
No,
yeah.
that was what we got? We need something to do between sets.
interstitial.
What can get? Oh, we could throw shit.
Calling him.
Did you
Yeah.
see how I tried to pants you, but they didn't come down?
Yeah.
You guys got it though.
Yeah.
Eventually.
That
after
is
you
a
were right next
that's
to each other.
we were talking about bucket list stuff. That's something cool. So we did. I guess we haven't really talked about the Let's Play Live since.
We talked a little bit about it last week, but not too much.
Oh, because when was Let's Play Live?
Before the last podcast.
Yeah, like
Sorry, I was
2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot about VidCon. So I got to do 3 things I never thought I would do in my life. I got to perform on the stage where they do the Academy Awards. I got to drink. That's 4 things. I got to drink a beer on a stage where people have won receive Academy Awards. I got to shove my finger way up Gavin's butt on a stage where people accept Academy Awards.
Right.
And I got to fart on Gavin on a
stage
stage
when
where
they
people
And
accept Academy
bonus
Awards.
theme
fifth
here.
thing he didn't even mention. He remembered the whole thing.
He did.
I totally
You didn't
remember
get
that.
roofied this time.
I was super sober. I was not sober, but I was way more sober than you guys.
Closer to sober.
I was pretty lit actually.
Well, you
for
were
Let's Play
drinking
Live. I was drinking
pina
since like
coladas
noon.
in the hotel.
I was drinking pina coladas at 11 o'clock in the
I
morning. No,
was-
it like
I
10
saved
o'clock
my
in the
best
morning.
for
Fucking
after.
with it. Consummate professional.
Yeah? I thought I did fine.
I ate a lot of the pasta.
I went home and
I didn't eat
celebrated
any of that pasta.
You didn't eat
celebrated
the
the
pasta, it was so
success
good.
of Let's Play Live by eating spaghetti with Millie in a hotel room.
Nice.
It was fun.
You didn't stay out after.
No.
Everyone was gonna go and do stuff. You did nothing.
Ryan-
Everybody went like half. A
did.
bunch of people were going to Dave and Buster's. A bunch of people were
Yep.
going to go get chicken and waffles or something.
Yeah.
Other people were going to IHOP.
Yep. I heard IHOP. Yep. Me.
I bet you can guess who that was.
It's Jack.
It's like, let's celebrate IHOP.
Me, Ryan, Jeremy, Lindsay, and Jeremy's now wife, Kat. We went to In-N-Out.
You guys went to In-N-Out.
Adventure to In-N-Out.
Didn't you try and go to McDonald's? But then
We didn't try to go, but we knew it was closed.
Oh.
down.
So you
And
had
then
to
there
go
was
really
another
far.
component, which was going to a fancy hotel or a fancy bar somewhere. That's probably what I would have done, but then I said I was tired.
Yeah. No,
it.
dude, I was so tired, but I was so
I-
hungry.
I
It's
had-
like
that was
my
a stressful
feet,
day.
My feet were making me walk. We got to In-N-Out, and like we ran into some fans on the way back, and I was like, please, no, I just want to go to bed. And we were taking photos and shit. We got back to the hotel, and we had already split off. Like we were all staying at the same hotel, but it was like me and Lindsay at the hotel walking in, and she's like, oh, that's Gavin over there. And Gavin was at the bar. It was like 1:30 in the morning, and he was sitting at the hotel bar. Any other time, I'd be like, oh, let's go talk to Gavin when I have a bar. I'm like, I don't care. I looked at him like, who cares? And we just walked past him and went to bed. I was so tired.
I was actually, I rarely played the like responsible sober parent, because Griffin was hanging
I
out
was
with our
pretty
friend
amazed.
was hanging out with our friend Linda all day, and Linda is just a party.
Linda's
She's a lot of
great.
fun.
She's been in a happy hour or two.
Yeah, she's been in happy hour too.
Been in an Olympic or two?
She was
Yeah.
in a bloody drawful.
Yeah, she was in Druffle. So they had been drinking all day, and so when Griffin and Linda showed up, I was like, all right, I got this. Take it easy. You know who we're hanging out with right now?
Gotcha.
It's right the second.
Yeah.
Yeah,
On
that's
Friday?
Linda. I was
They're
thinking
hanging out
of
with
She's come back.
Patricia.
coming
Who's their blind friend.
That's-
who's in the
Uh-oh, I
Olympics.
got a text from Ben
Linda,
King.
Linda, not in the Olympics.
No.
Linda from Germany.
What was great is that I was hanging out with Linda at the bar, and some fans came up and were talking to us, but they kind of had the look in their eye of like, that's not Meg. And I was
Right.
like, oh, this is our friend Linda from Neocorp. And the fans were like, oh, the one that was in Drawful. I was like, hey!
Yeah, Gavin said that he was walking down the street and people were like, that's not Meg! He's like,
Dude,
It's
fans,
not.
fans got her back, I'll tell you that.
we might be getting a visit from Ben King.
Today,
He's headed to the office
On the
right now.
potty?
Right now?
He's on his way.
Damn, dude, we better end it quick before he gets here.
We could do that.
Yeah. And we will.
I haven't seen Ben. I didn't see him the last time he came.
I did. He stayed with me.
I think I saw
How did-
him.
you said that like
2
it was,
seconds.
I thought you closed down the Ramsey boarding
He
house.
never closes it down.
It's always open. It's only open to foreign nationals.
Gotcha.
Wait, do I count for that still?
Yeah.
Not really.
He doesn't have a card yet.
Like, for instance, if you wanted to come over and watch Ridiculousness, you would have an open invitation.
Hey, dude, remember the last podcast when Gavin was going to come over to your house?
I do.
Did he come over?
He didn't.
Do you know why?
And not only did he not come over, I texted him. He didn't respond to me.
Oh, ice cold.
You texted me after.
Damn.
I texted you at like 8, and I was just like, hey, Ridiculous is really funny.
Wow.
No, you didn't.
Having a
You
good time.
texted me at like 11.
Wow.
And also, it's your fault I didn't go.
I mean, you're not wrong, but I told you he wasn't going to go.
He
And
didn't
did he
go.
go?
He didn't go.
Did, like,
I was
take no
in,
responsibility for your choices.
I was in bloody somewhere else, Texas.
Yeah, you
wasn't
were,
there.
You were in Meridian.
Meridian?
Yeah, which is near Waco. It's like 20 minutes outside.
I was in
It's,
Meridian.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. Millie cried a bit,
Did she bollocks?
but
Did she
I'm pretty
actually?
sure I
got-
said
we
to
got through.
Gavin as we were going there, guess you're not going to Jeff's tonight.
and he wasn't.
But it was a great trip, though. Besides fucking over Jeff and not going, it was awesome.
What are you doing tonight?
I don't know.
It doesn't matter because he's doing the podcast.
That's true.
Yeah,
Two podcasts.
guess I'm watching Ridiculousness at home.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch
my
Game of
family.
Thrones, which I haven't seen yet, which
By the way-
apparently is mind-blowing.
By the way, got another email from Ridiculousness. They want another clip.
Damn it.
I'm pushing for, appearance
Yeah,
on the show.
you and
Dan?
You and I. No, not screw Dan. I'll sell
I
it
would
as-
have voted. I would not have voted to leave.
Right, exactly.
How many times have they emailed you about using clips? Like a bunch now,
4.
right?
They
which,
never use it.
which it happens. It's
Dude, they had that fucking kid. You know that little, I don't know his name, that little British dude who's like a giant head and then he's like a tiny body and he's like, he like raps and stuff and he does YouTube videos and
Raps?
yeah, he does like he lip syncs and he talks a lot about being a virgin. He's like a YouTube kid. He's
Gavin?
pretty popular.
Do I know him? Is he my friend?
Not in real life. I just think you know of him
British
probably.
homunculus.
He Sam something maybe.
Sam.
Okay, look it up now. Anyway,
Assume it's not Sam Pepper.
I'm assuming it's not either.
that motherfucker was on Ridiculousness like 2 weeks ago.
Jenna Marbles.
Are you
was on.
saying? Are you
Ollie
all
was on.
summating this into if he could be on it, Gavin should be on? Is that what you're saying?
I'm just saying, like, if they're
Clearly, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
like at that level.
Yeah, I got one a couple months ago. They wanted to use a clip from me. Didn't. I don't think they used it.
I say yes to them.
You
every
imagine
time.
they gotta
Go
they
for
gotta
it.
get a lot of clips. They cast a wide net probably.
I've seen every episode this season, and I have not seen your clip.
Although
no,
they are
I mean they never
usually-
got back to me, so I assume it's not in there. But
They're
it was
usually
pretty
very
exciting.
good at finding clips that I've never seen before.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like anything that I
They have access to that
made
secret
too,
internet.
My shit sure as shit ain't on the secret internet or the Ecrit one. The Ecrit internet.
The Ecrit. Yeah.
And I've had a bunch of beer.
You said shit so close to.
I said it like 3 words apart.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
It's very impressive. You
I
just
feel
throw it in.
like it's impressive because I can do it and it doesn't sound that weird, right? Like it's part of my vocabulary.
It's 'cause your throat is angry.
Some people, they throw in shits and fucks and it's just like so stand out, like it stands out in their
jarring.
sentence. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like that didn't need to be there.
It's a
And you just do it
discordant
right.
note.
You know what I mean? It's kind of hard to explain. It's easier to notice in text too, when there's like 3 fucks in a sentence.
Sam-
Like, that's not necessary.
Sam Sadler.
I've never heard of that. I mean him.
You're good, Kev.
What's he do?
He's
a
he
rapper.
well,
He
he
makes videos on
raps
YouTube.
about being a virgin,
How many subs?
and he has a giant head and a small
Because
body.
if we take your subs and my subs and combine them, then we're almost at like Jenna Marbles level, who was on it.
We'll take all of Rooster Teeth's subs. We put videos on all that shit. He's got like, I mean, here's a video of him doing dubsteps, 1.3 million views.
And he was on Ridiculousness? That's not secret internet,
Do
though.
his channel. How many
That's a
subs?
very well-known internet.
He's
I will say,
got-
usually they got clips there. It's insane that I haven't seen them.
47,000 subs.
Yeah.
47,000? Really? He's got a million view. How many million view videos does he have?
I'm looking.
It's a viral boy.
Damn,
He's only
dude.
got 1 million view video.
Okay,
Okay.
good. That's good. That makes
But
me
he was
feel
on it.
better.
Yeah, let's
You
keep him
must
down.
know- You must know Rob or Chanel.
I got a fucking 2 million.
Maybe he's secretly banging Chanel. Maybe they're dating.
Damn, dude.
West
Hell of a
Coast
way to
or
get on the
East
show.
Coast?
That's West Coast.
Well, I assume that there's another one. Otherwise, why would you be
You
specific?
killed her.
Oh, and took her shoes. Got it.
Is there a South Coast? Well, I guess Mexico.
I mean, yeah, there's a Gulf
There's
Coast.
a Michael's Gonna Piss Coast.
There's a North Coast if you go far enough. Whoa! All right.
Oh, I've seen that guy.
I knew you'd know him once you saw him.
Where did
Yeah.
Michael go?
He was on fucking Ridiculousness. That was on Ridiculousness.
That's cool, I guess.
Why can't we be on it?
I think
We're
we'd
super
be good.
funny.
We'd be good.
Be hilarious.
So, is it just a clip show? What do we?
Oh, Ryan, is it just a clip
All right,
show?
Ryan's invited over, right?
Ryan, you're invited over.
I've finally made the list, boys.
Hey, should we hide?
We do that every time.
But we never actually do it.
Should we just break?
Has
this?
anyone ever hidden?
Yeah, let's do it.
I don't think anyone ever has.
What are we doing?
Look us. Okay. And then it's just dead air from.
All right, we'll be right back.
end or did they just leave? They just left? Figured. I got all goddamn day. Thanks for watching this week's Off Topic. It's been great. I feel like we went on a journey. What's up?
All right, boy.
What?
I just said that's how you would react. You would just sit down and drink your beer and be like,
What
okay.
else would you do?
What would I do? Just leave?
I don't know.
One of the options we thought was that you had done the same thing and you were just never coming back.
And then we were in a weird standoff.
It would be weird. And then, the weirdest standoff there would actually be broadcast.
Yeah.
'Cause that's just like, I walked back in and I could hear like someone cough. I just heard like, they were like, what do we do?
Broadcasts were amazing. They did some sweet like crossfade panning shots of the set while you were gone.
Oh yeah? Oh, that's sweet.
Man, what
This set looks really weird when no one's here. Like I said, I noticed it as we were getting up to do the crawling thing, which, by the way, the mat's still here. It's
Yeah,
great. I just
yeah.
keep looking at it. I pointed out as we were getting up, they were switching cameras, and they cut to a shot, which I think was my shot, and I wasn't here. So it was just nothing. It was just like a fucking wall behind me. That's awesome. That's the one part of this podcast I'll rewatch. The part with no one on it. All right, so seems to have really slowed down. Ryan's now shooting the camera with a fucking golf club gun. I'm not sure. What did he do behind the stage? A line of coke? Like, what the hell? What happened? What did I miss?
Is that what this looks like?
I don't know.
non-
You're just like.
Ryan's
This is
a
what
knob.
we always
He was
did that with this thing.
He was drinking snake venom.
That's true. I'm hyped up on the snake blood.
I had a nice chat with John in the bathroom.
Yeah.
You were chatting?
John who?
John Reisinger.
Ugh.
I
How's
chatted
he?
with him. He's good. He was peeing. He was waiting for me to get done in the
you remember
urinal
when
because
you-
both these stalls were in use.
Do you remember when you used to respect him as a person?
There was a time, like as an artist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a good week.
It was a long time ago. A long time ago. Dude, fucking John came to the ranch with me this weekend.
Did he?
Well, he met us
Oh.
there, but yeah, he didn't come with us.
He
I
drove
wasn't
there
fucking
himself?
riding with him. God, no. Yeah.
Who went?
It was me, Lindsay, Andy, and then Trevor and his girlfriend, Emily.
Full
they
house.
drove behind us, and then John came Saturday night. Yeah. Yeah. It's fun. A lot of Mario Party, a lot of swimming, a lot of booze, a lot of fucking drinking.
You don't look burnt.
No, I fucking I
sprayed
tanned
up?
like a moaf. Yeah, I sprayed up because I actually got burned the last time I went. My shoulders and my back was still peeling.
I
over
remember
this weekend.
I
from
remember
the
last week
time.
I tapped you on the shoulder and I
Yeah.
hit you in the sunburn and then I was like, how did that happen? Because I never touch you. Ever. I just happened to hit you.
It was at Let's Play Live too. Because
yeah.
because every fucking single person from Funhouse was like, "Hey, nice to see ya," and slammed me on my shoulders, and I was like, I was just getting smaller like with every person.
It was like that week when you punched something and your hand was
That was
really
when I
sore.
smashed my hand. That week, by the way, that lasted for like 2.5 months. I almost guarantee you I cracked a bone in my hand.
And
it
everyone,
just didn't
I would
break.
watch you shake hands with people and you were just polite, so you would shake everyone's hand, you'd be like, nice to...
Yeah, that was. I remember specifically Shannon McCormick. I shook his hand when we shot the fucking Fallout immersion thing. I'm like, and I just remember in my head because it was weeks before then. I thought I was over it. I'm like, oh, my head's like as he was shaking my hand, I could feel the bones like cracking in my hand.
What
And I was
what'd you punched?
I slammed the counter like this with my fists.
In a dramatic fashion.
It was.
You should have
it
just
was
offered your
quite
hand like
dramatic.
this for the rest of the...
Yeah, it was a lot of
surprised you didn't
this,
crack it.
a lot of this, and then a lot of palm into the door. It was a lot of like
Were you
Jeff.
fighting ninjas or something?
No, I was just mad. It was a lot of like a Jeff
Counter
minus
ninjas.
punching a window.
Don't drag me into this.
I just
I
avoided
I
the
didn't
window.
do it.
But I
You
learned
gotta
from your
punch
mistake.
soft stuff.
Yeah, like pillows.
Yeah, but I'd rather take like a little crack in my hand than like my thumb's gone.
Yeah, but punch a cushion or something.
Yeah.
Right?
Stop saying that. You always say that.
Or
It's
like
not satisfying.
Drywall.
It is. Drywall satisfying.
Just
That's
make sure you don't
satisfying.
hit the stud.
But I don't want to fix it
You,
later.
you get the
though.
stud finder, you go up and mark it, all right?
You don't
And
need
then
a stud finder, Ryan. Just go like this.
Or just
Find it.
snap
Come
some
on,
spaghetti
Every
or
16
something.
inches. Unless
Good,
they don't
you
do
never
it
know,
right,
you might
then-
get an accidental, like a contractor's man.
Yeah, but you can hear the sound.
Break
It's
a
hollow.
pencil.
Break a pencil. Yeah.
Or golf club.
Yeah, that, I mean, fuck. Let's not suggest that, though, because I don't want to live in the world where we don't have a golf club again.
We do need it.
We
Like,
need
it was all of our favorite thing when it broke.
I screamed that, or no, Ryan said, when you snapped it in half, Ryan screamed from the other side of the room, that was my favorite, or that was my favorite thing.
And you yelled,
and
"That's
I
all of our
yelled,
favorite."
it's all of our favorite thing! Like, immediately. That was the gut reaction. When it was like, snap.
It's so fucking satisfying to hold.
It's so satisfying to hold and to swing. There was a moment where Jack got a bunch of stuff from Rockstar, and a lot of it's to give away at, he's doing like the K1 thing again.
Are you going?
Maybe. We're shooting Immersion that day. He's doing the K1 thing again. He's going to give away a bunch of stuff. And they send all kinds of stuff from Rockstar, like Max Payne and GTA 4 and some other stuff. And he saw that box get there, but then there was this other box, which I thought had one golf club in it. And I'm like, oh, this is the golf club. I'm opening it up. And I opened it and realized, like, I had opened a third of it, and there was one golf club in it. And I knew there were more golf clubs. And I went, Ryan. And he's like, what? What's happening? What's going on over there? I'm like, they sent fucking 3. And like he ran around the room and we immediately pulled him out and started swinging him around the room. But I think Jack's doing
Carefully.
Yeah,
Respectful
carefully.
Well, I will
distances
say-
away.
I think Jack's giving 1 away.
I
so
will
we're
say,
keeping
in the
2.
period of time where we didn't have the golf club,
Yeah.
there wasn't any markers or milkshakes or anything twatted across the room in the office.
Well, a
Are you
little
still
bit.
mad about
A
the
little
fucking
bit.
milkshake?
He was mad. I wasn't mad.
The milkshake was
Right.
great because it was in the corner too.
The only thing
He
I
was mad.
about,
He was mad about the pins.
It was also funny too because
that was a way. It
Yeah,
was-
you were gonna hit the milkshake
Didn't-
into my desk.
I was
But I
mad.
didn't.
I
Yeah,
was
but
mad
you
that
were-
you twatted milkshake all over my Phantom Station thing.
yeah,
That thing was like 20 grand.
He went like this.
Why are you leaving him on the floor in a cheema?
It was
you
on my
idiot?
desk. It was on my damn
You
desk.
fucking idiot! You dumb fucking idiot! Is it the slow motion? What are you called, slow mo guys? Is
Listen,
it the
you
slow mo
dumb
guys
fucking
office?
idiot.
Or is it
What
the
do you
achievement
do?
hunter office? What do we do in achievement hunter? We throw knives.
We do that.
We
He's
do.
right about
So I
that.
had to
A lot
move
of that.
everything home.
Thank you.
I want to say, like, you eventually moved the milkshake to, like, the corner of your desk, and Jeff just went by and did a jab like this with the golf club, like that, and hit it into the corner of the room, and, like, it melted down the wall onto
went-
all your electronics.
Basically, that's where all of the power for the office came down the wall. So everything was plugged in at that point and then spread across the room, and there was milkshake all over the damn thing.
But it was funny, though.
And all over a $20,000 City Station.
It didn't belong in there.
That's
Right,
It's
slow-mo
not, it's
guy.
not
You had your own
slow-mo.
slow-mo guy's office
It's not slow-mo,
5 fucking
whatever.
feet away. You know that door I used to always stick my balls on?
Yeah.
That's your slow-mo guy's room. I don't
And that's
fuck with
where
stuff
it
in that
was
room.
after you
Well,
poured
it was,
milkshake all
well,
over
it feels like you taught him a lesson.
Yeah.
He learned. It
not
was,
gonna
it was
Feel bad or guilty about that
tough
shit.
love. Tough love. You know what I mean?
Put your shit where it goes.
That's why whenever I tweet a picture of my
A
office
place
at home,
for everything and for
and
everything in place.
my desk at home is pristine, it's nice, and everyone's like, man, it's very different to your office at work. My messy office at work is because of you. There's holes in it because of you. There's
I didn't
crap
put a hole-
everywhere.
I didn't put a hole in your desk.
He didn't.
I didn't.
I mean, I did. Yeah,
Yeah, he
that's
did.
true. I did it.
Yeah.
But
You
your
really
desk
did.
was a
Milkshake.
mess before.
That
the
goes all the way
milkshake.
back to Gus.
You
really.
did the
Exactly.
holes. You've done a hole.
I didn't do a hole.
You carved a hole in
yeah,
it with
no,
a
I did do
knife.
hole.
Yeah, he did.
That
he
was
did
a
cut
tactical hole.
But
That
it was
wasn't a
all.
blade.
It
Yeah,
was a
tactical
hole.
hole up my ass.
It was a hole. There is a tactical hole. It is your ass actually. But he hit it with the monitor. You couldn't even see that
Look,
hole.
also the desk was already done at the point where I did that. It had so many holes in it.
Gus
that
already
it was
bashed it
one
with a
hole.
You
hammer.
didn't help it.
I
You
mean,
made
it was done.
structurally
I
less
helped you get a
integral.
better one.
No, it was fine. Yeah,
And
and then
then-
I put a tomahawk
Yeah.
in that one. But also, to be fair, you dared me. You yelled, "I dare you" in Awu. So it sounds like you did it.
Yeah.
But you think me saying I dare you, you take that from anything. I'll say something like, huh. But in your head that's, I dare you, do it, do it, do it now.
But he did say, "I dare you," so it's irrelevant.
Right, I may have done that time.
Like-
But sometimes,
You went, "I dare you, do it." So then I did it.
well, either way, yeah, I got 2 very different desks in my life.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
Okay.
One of them's funny, one of them's practical.
Yeah. Although, like, no one makes you leave 50
No
coffee
one-
cups all over
no
your
one
desk.
is
I
as
don't
That's
do
bad
that.
all
That's
you-
Lindsay leaves her crap all over
No.
my
She
desk.
doesn't have.
No.
Lindsay doesn't drink out of the coffee cups.
Well, in the
No.
old office, all the shit that was by the door would end up on my desk and
Bullshit.
it'd be all Lindsay and
Dude,
Jack.
That-
you're messy.
that
you
I might
open
give you
up,
at the old
you get
office.
mail and stuff. You open it up and go. It just goes like that, and it just piles.
Well, how many
up.
times does Gavin
Well,
like
but it-
spill a cup of water and it falls on like 7 pay stubs, you know, or like 3
What?
You
checks
don't
he
even
had
get
there?
pay stubs. What are you on about?
You always
was-
have
yeah,
that
that
shit
was
on
a
your
lot of
desk. You're
Oh, like
crazy.
like an expense check.
yeah,
Sometimes
you
it was,
always
yeah,
have shit
checks.
laid all over your desk, and then you're like, oh, because water spills all over it. And I'm like, why'd you leave it there? And you go, it's $12 anyway.
Well, no, the thing is, I deposit if it's under a certain amount, like most of my expenses are, it's like $80 on
Right.
cabs for a trip.
Right.
You take a picture,
Okay.
the app sends it into your bank.
Okay.
It's done.
It's done.
Throw
so,
it
so then
away!
why is the paper still all over your desk?
Well, if it
Well,
didn't
because
go
typically
through.
it says wait a few days before you chuck it, and
Does
then
it
I
say
lose...
wait 6 months?
No, but I lose track of them. I was like, well, let me make sure I've actually put it in before I chuck it. But then it gets wet.
See, you
Well,
know what
we
I
need, like
feel
an
like?
age file for
he
you, so you can
says,
just like move
yeah.
things through.
I was gonna say, Gavin says like he doesn't care about his desk because we fuck it up.
You
and he
do.
takes care of his desk at home. I'm
It's sticky.
gonna argue we fuck up his desk because he doesn't care about it. That's why I fuck it up.
So you think it's
I'm like,
cyclical.
I'm like, Gavin treats it like shit anyway. It's a piece of shit.
So why
It's
should
covered in shit.
why
Let's
would
just
we
fuck it
respect
up
it?
and make it
He
fun?
doesn't respect
Here's
it.
an option.
Yeah.
Here's an option. Whenever we move damn offices, like we've done so many times, give me a good desk.
You
Don't-
picked out that desk.
You gave me your old desk. I got someone
You
else's
picked it out,
Greg
though.
desk. It always has a hole in it already.
Every time we move, Jack's like, "Hey, here's what we can get, guys.
Look,
we have these choices to
I
choose
wanted
from.
one.
We can do that." And you're like, "Whatever."
Why do I
I
be
don't
fussy?
care.
Give me a desk. If it's a desk, give it to me.
Kevin's like, I don't
also-
want to be
also-
fussy, but then you complain about
Also,
getting the desk.
also, you put your little finger down. Also, here's what happens when we move. Gavin goes, "Oh, are we moving offices? I'm
I'm out of the
I gotta go out of the
country,
country.
see ya."
The bat phone just rang.
You
the
told
I
me
don't
that.
want to move shit rang.
You taught me that.
Yeah. That's
I've
true.
missed every move so far. It's great. Except last time all my stuff was still there. But here's the thing
Well,
about
wait,
a desk.
didn't we make Andy do it anyway last time?
He did, and to be fair, remember the last time he moved, Gavin had part. Remember he had the hourglass from
the patch.
the patch on his desk.
Still got
and
it.
it got further shattered and shattered as it was breaking more as it was on his desk. And I remember Andy when he was interning was cleaning your desk because you weren't around, and he's like, "So I just throw this hourglass away?" I'm like, "No, fucking save that. That's like from
That's
the
a,
patch."
that's a relic.
And
it took
he
me
ha-
like 9 episodes to break that
He
thing.
had a box already filled with Gavin's stuff, and he goes, "Okay," and then sweeps all the glass shards into the box, like covering all of his belongings. He's like, "Okay." He
And I
swept
unpacked
all
it as
in.
well. I was like, oh, here's the hourglass. Here are the shards that I like. But here's the thing about starting me off with a desk with a hole in it.
We didn't start you off with desk with
It
a hole
had a
in it.
divot in it already.
What does that mean?
It had a
What do you mean
shut-
it had a
wedge
You had a
in it.
brand new
It was
desk.
fine.
I didn't. I've never had a brand new desk. You shut up. You don't know what you're
Is
talking
that not
about.
true? I think it was a
Here's
brand
the
new
thing
desk.
about giving me a gammy old desk when we move
Pretty
offices.
sure it was a new desk.
A desk with a hole in it promotes holes.
Because also, he says it was my old desk. That wasn't my old desk.
No, I'm talking about the one that you switched around the other way. It was Mike Croon's old desk.
Oh, that one. Yeah,
Yeah.
that. But this
was
one
my
was new.
first
This
desk.
one was
Yeah,
new.
the one you have in your office now was new. We bought
No.
a bunch of new desks.
No,
Where'd that come from?
no, it's not.
I
that was
think-
it. That was the second desk from my side office.
I think I'm the only person
Oh.
that didn't get a new desk, right?
Yeah,
Well, it's
You
because your
don't even
desk is
own
like
it.
$900.
Yeah,
Yours
yours is
is
made from
a
like
$900 dining room table.
It wasn't,
Yeah.
it wasn't $900. First of all, $600.
Okay.
And second of all, I think everybody else got new furniture but me, right?
I
didn't
I
get a new
maintained
desk.
my old because
I
I'm
didn't
getting
No,
my
I-
money's worth.
I
Yeah.
took the desk I had in the last office
Your desk is fucking
because mine
nice.
was in pretty good shape.
Your desk, like this table, it's fun to do this on.
Yeah.
Like, it feels good
important.
to do this on. He's got a desk where if you wanted, you could go,
Yeah, but that's gross.
With your
'cause you
hands.
spilled like 4 years worth of crap on it.
yeah, but it's so easy
No,
to
yeah,
clean
it's
off,
just
though.
do
It's like
one
the
wipe and
perfect
it's good.
surface.
It's a high shine.
I mean, it never does.
But your
but-
spit is on it.
Yeah.
I don't
It's a
spit on
dining
my
room
desk.
table. It's
I hate to
made
tell
to
you,
be
but
spilled on.
you've been sitting next to him having a conversation. His spit's on you.
And his spit's like in your butt.
I'd also like to point out you
It's
have
in your
you spit on me
beard.
twice today, and I haven't said
Yeah.
anything about it.
Yeah, on this?
Literally on
my
this,
God, are
on
you
my
okay?
hand, I
my
spit
God.
on by you, and I went.
I feel
Can
like
we
we're,
highlight those moments,
we're
please,
like
in the
blood
podcast where
brothers
Jeff
at
went,
this point.
Yeah, so
Dude.
fuck off.
You're like blood brothers, but you're not blood brothers like me and Greg Miller. We are blood brothers.
Did you actually bond?
We
you take
both
the
cut ourselves
dude.
on the fucking bottle thing that you kept clicking, so I had to take it away because you kept clicking it.
I had
The
the
bottle cap opener.
I had the loveliest time with most of Kind of Funny.
It's like a
Good
piece of
Time.
plastic like this, and for like a whole episode, you just kept clicking it over and over again.
you have
So
a-
I had to take it away
Did you
and
have a
hide
nice time
it.
with me?
Did you hang out with the Kind of Funny guys at all?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you hang out with Funhouse at all?
Why would I do that?
I had lunch with them on Friday.
No, I hung out with James
It was
at
fucking
midnight. Though.
awesome. Those guys are
Kind of funny.
well, both. Kind of funny for sure.
Yeah.
Funhouse okay as well.
Oh, they're
But I actually
okay.
had a nice
Yeah.
time with Funhouse for once.
But which
But
ones?
they were
Which ones?
it was the good ones. It was
Bruce?
Bruce,
Elise.
Elise,
Yeah.
and that's
Adam?
it. No, it's
Pretty much.
Adam, Lawrence, and James.
You're getting into the lesser.
See, I had
category,
lunch
but
if it
sure.
come with Joel. He's not even there anymore.
Joel
Yeah.
Rubin?
Yeah.
I saw Joel Rubin.
Is he still alive?
Yeah.
He actually is.
He was on his honeymoon.
He
at
just got
Bigfoot.
married, yeah?
Yeah.
Dude,
I was like, where the fuck is? Why are you?
that guy must have.
Why are
picked-
you hanging out with your wife
That
and
guy-
having a honeymoon? He goes, I invited her. She didn't want to come. What do you want to do?
That guy picked his like wedding venue in like a week
Did he really?
because like
How do you do that?
I don't know, because we were just there for fucking when Lindsay and I went to LA to go to Universal. We ran into Joel at our hotel. We were eating breakfast at our hotel, and him and his fiance walked in, and they were like, "Oh, hey, what are you doing here?" And we're like, "We're just here on vacation." Blah 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 blah. And he's like, "Oh yeah, we're looking to get married here." Like it was one of the places they were looking at, and they got married like a month later.
Jesus
I
Christ.
was like, "Holy shit!" I had my venue picked out like 8 months before I got married.
Why?
Maybe like 6 months.
Maybe it's like one of those last minute
takes
flight
forever.
things.
It takes forever.
Yeah, you can just get like, oh yeah, no, if you want to do it next week, yeah, okay.
I mean, most venues you go to and you're like, "Hey, I want to get married," and they're like, "Cool, our first opening's in 4 months."
Go somewhere else then.
well, yeah, but
I mean,
nobody's.
that's kind of it, though. You go somewhere else, and it's a shittier place.
Almost no one is looking for. I want to get married next week.
Right, exactly.
So there's a chance that you
Vegas.
would have
it's
one.
true.
That's
There's
like,
probably a very close window, and then a couple months.
get married
You
in
got
a
the back
park or
outs.
something.
when Griffin and I got married, we were gonna get married in the backyard of the house we were gonna buy. That we ended up not buying.
Just get married in a park in Vegas.
So we had like 2 months left to find a location at the last minute. And we literally, the place we found, they were literally like, we just had a cancellation. It's the only day we have this year. And we had been looking exhaustively, and we were terrified. We thought we were going to have it in a parking lot at like T&I. It's
nowhere else in
that
Texas,
shit books up fast.
Why don't you get married in Zilker or something?
it still requires like zoning and all kinds
Ah,
of shit.
bollocks. Stand in the huddle.
Also,
because
because I don't want to get married in a fucking park.
Yeah, well,
Why not?
'Cause it sucks.
how was the ceremony? It was great until some 7-year-old kid kicked a soccer ball. in
Right.
my face.
Until Caleb threw a frisbee in
Yeah.
my face. Yeah, right.
Where are you gonna get married?
Where else?
Yeah, in a park
Yeah.
or like,
It's a man of
in a
romance.
room? Or,
Maybe on a raft in the ocean.
Yeah.
Oh,
International waters. I like it.
Maybe in like your
it's
new
not
country.
binding anywhere.
Is that true?
Are you a little afraid you're gonna end up like that Tom Hanks movie where he just couldn't leave the airport at some point here?
It could happen.
Good.
You'll come and visit me in the airport, right?
I
Yeah,
would.
Ryan's definitely at the top of the list
Yeah.
of people who are going to come visit.
I
you.
would visit.
I would,
visit
but I
you.
wouldn't be able to get into the Admirals Club where you are.
I got you in.
You did.
The Admirals Club is awesome.
I got Ryan in. He went ape shit on the cheese.
It's awesome.
I did.
The
I went
cheese-
ape shit on the
It's also
everything.
not just cheese. It's fucking delicious gourmet cheese.
That's also where we got
It's
Crossy
so
Road.
good.
Also,
That's where Crossy Road came
olives.
Olives suck.
Fucking. Olives.
Get them out.
Oh, dude, they're fucking bagels. You go in the morning.
They had some
Oh.
sweet ass. They had 3 different kinds of cereal. They had some sweet ass tomato, little baby tomatoes.
Dude,
when I was
You're
there
the only
other
one
day.
not in Admirals Club at this point.
Admirals Club is the shit. I'll
No
say.
one
it.
I'm
flies
sure
me nowhere.
Jack's not.
I mean that. Well, yeah.
Right.
No, Jack's not. God
no,
no, no, he's not. But he's gold
Ugh.
Is he?
from last year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he hasn't hit it this year. I
wonder
guess
why
he
I'm
hit it
That's
last
because
year.
I got boned by the flight to Australia.
You did.
And that
You
would have
did
done
get
We
it.
Yeah, you
all
and me
got
both.
boned by that. Lindsay and I are the only ones that didn't get boned, and we got all our miles.
Jesus. See that?
91,000, dude. You're 9,000 miles from
I
executive.
wonder if I'll
class.
make it
Making-
by December.
You're kicking my ass, man.
Damn, dude. I don't ever want to fly as much as you.
I have
Ever.
flown
I don't want to
almost-
fly as much as me.
I know.
I have
Everyone
flown,
says, "Oh, I get to fly all the time." It sucks.
No, it sucks. It
It's-
sucks
if
with
it's-
wieners, man.
Oh,
I have
it's like
flown
lonely and
almost
depressing.
almost every single week this year, and I'm at 57,000 miles. I don't know how he did it.
I think the
flies
perfect,
longer.
Well, getting fucked by Australia
Fucking-
sucks.
Yeah, and he flies.
And he flies to England a lot.
Yeah.
the perfect amount of flying to do in a year, I would say, is around 15 to 20,000 miles for a year.
If I get
comfortable
50, I'll
flying.
be fine.
No,
I mean,
that's not enough.
I'm at 36.
20
That's a long
but-
way.
22,000.
That's almost
I mean,
one,
One,
let's
time.
one,
just say
interna-
25.
one international trip and then 2 domestics.
You're equating
Although
mileage
you're-
with like number of flights though. 'Cause,
You're
I mean, you
also-
could fly
yeah.
a shitload.
You're also saying
True.
one international trip. You're saying Japan or Australia. Like most international trips are 10,000 miles.
Still, yeah.
The
I'm
average.
saying, I'm saying one international and 2 domestic is like 12,000 miles.
No, one
nowhere near
international,
22.
2 domestic could be about 16,000 probably.
if a plane flies around,
Yeah, I'll
like
give you that.
500
Maybe.
miles an
Less
hour,
than
right?
that, though.
yeah.
So 100,000 miles an hour. 100,000 miles is like 200 hours. That
Okay.
sucks.
Yeah.
That's a long
Yeah.
time in
That's
the
a lot
air.
of time.
It's a long time.
Kill me.
I've flown.
Also, it may fly 500 miles an hour, but maybe with wind speed, you may be going slower than that.
Maybe. And landing, you don't fly 500 miles.
I would
an
say
hour.
for us, obviously the most common place is LA. And that's like 2,400.
I've been to LA.
About 500. It's been like 6 of them at 8 flights this year.
I've been
It's
to LA like 12 times this year.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid. I'm really starting to hate that place.
I flew to LA twice last week.
Yeah, I've never been a fan ever of LA. It's like whatever, and now I'm just there too much.
You know where I'm not a fan of? Anaheim.
No?
No.
You know what?
LA's
wasn't
fine.
great?
Anaheim sucks.
Where we were in San Francisco. Wasn't really a good
Oh, the
experience.
Tenderloin? Yeah.
Tenderloin?
The Tenderloin's not
It wasn't great.
great.
Is that,
I'm not basing that as a whole of San Francisco, but it wasn't great.
that the bad side of town? The
wasn't-
Tenderloin?
Have you never heard of the
We
Tenderloin?
passed a few crackheads on the way to Kind of Funny Live.
You really rude crackheads who didn't want to share.
It was a hell of a 25-minute walk.
Watching the guy shit his pants and then just like keep going
The guy
and
shit
not
his
skip a
pants?
beat.
Guy
Dude,
shit his pants 3 feet in front of us.
How do you know?
Jeff's like, that guy shit his pants. He's got shit in his pants, and you can see the shit. in
You
his
can see
pants.
it, you can see his pants. Because I'm watching the guy in front of me. His pants go like and then there's just like a dripping down his
Yeah.
leg.
You can see, like,
I
Jeff,
imagine an odor.
You gotta like walk
Okay.
Jeff
around it.
literally was like, that guy right in front of us shit his pants. And I looked at him, I'm like, oh, yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Like, he just, it was like, pfft.
To be fair, I mean,
Like
that
a
happened in
splat.
LA too. Like,
He
there's
didn't skip a beat.
a
No.
block down from where we were staying when we went for Siege Day. Some dude just whipped his dick out and pissed on the street.
I missed that.
I was walking around by myself. I think he may have actually pissed on a car that was parked
Oh,
right
nice.
there.
Was
Solid.
I there?
No, I was just walking around in the morning.
But that
before
more
we got
sounds
there.
like, I mean, was it like a drunk guy or was it like a homeless
I-
guy?
I
I
once
think
I
he
spent
looked
most
maybe
of that-
homeless, but
Oh.
One
Weird.
time in New Orleans, I saw
Nolans.
2 dudes. It was awesome.
They like
I
when you say
turned
it.
like I was trying to get back to my hotel. I got lost. I turned around. I like went down the wrong street, and it was a little dark, but not super dark. And I saw 2 dudes wearing nothing but shoes and Mardi Gras beads, 69 in each other, like going to town, like in front of God and everybody at like 9 o'clock at night. And I was like, "Whoa, that's something you don't see every day."
Do you think that
I
was
had
how
to stand there and like,
you give him a slow clap. I mean, do you think?
no,
that-
I don't want to interrupt him or anything, but I was like,
Is that how
didn't
those
want
two
the guys
guys
to be
thought
like,
their day was
"What?"
going
I
to
don't
end?
know that I'd
or-
be able to maintain an erection on a public street in front of 4,000
I
people.
sure as fuck wouldn't.
Yeah, I like those guys had it down. They did not care.
You couldn't keep it up. What if you had like a supermodel riding you?
I'm a married man. Gavin.
Well, you know.
It's a hypothetical.
It's hypothetical. It's a podcast. You're allowed to lie. I mean, you're allowed to.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, maybe I
allowed
could.
to
It's never come up.
lie.
It's never
Free
come up.
Lindsay.
I don't think I could do it. That's
that
some
him?
stage fright shit right there, though.
Is that the bastard
It's like
over
whip
there?
your dick out. I hope it is because he pulled the fucking chair out. He made like this.
He's not
screeching
moving, though.
noise,
Jesus fucking Christ, you
calling-
idiot.
he's calling you over.
Furiously.
I believe. I didn't even know it was Ben. I
dude.
just assumed.
Look at the name tag on
Yeah.
It's Brexit King.
that. Hey, leave or remain.
That's whiskey.
Remain.
Yeah, did
Fair
you
play.
vote? Or
Fair
did
play,
you
gentlemen.
thinking?
I wanted to vote, but I forgot to register, so I can't.
I voted for
Okay, so we'll put him in the middle.
This
Gavin,
motherfucker
we'll put him in the
has
middle.
he has 2 residences in England right now. He lives in London and Nottingham at the same time. He's twice a citizen and he can't manage.
But
to
we'll
vote.
put it in an even though. Gavin voted to stay. Ben, unfortunately, couldn't vote. Dan, on the other hand, though,
It's really the
Dan
whole
voted to
spectrum.
leave, by the way. I don't know if you're aware of that.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. That's
Yeah.
controversial.
Yeah.
Are you still friends?
That's controversial.
Friends, yeah. Yeah.
It's more like colleagues at this point.
We're acquaintances who yell at each
I
other.
see.
Well, I mean, you yell at him.
So
He
yeah.
yells back. I got a lot of stick for yelling, Dad. Dad is a feisty little
He
bastard.
yells back like a 12-year-old yells back after he's been grounded. That's how he yells back. It's not an even playing field at all. It's like
Did I tell you that Dan
yell
and
at
I-
Dan and punish him. He's
Like he
he's
yells.
like, fuck you too, B. Like,
He
that's
yells,
the
but then he
level.
flinches.
Jeff, you going a little much on that, you think?
Yeah, it's for Ben.
I know it's for
Oh,
Ben.
shit,
That's
what's
why
that?
I said that. That's like
That's a cool
2
guy.
shots.
That's supposed
And
to
he's
last you the rest of
stolen
the
it
day.
already.
Ben is like the one person I can't keep up with.
Wait, that's
When it
tequila.
Yeah.
You give him fucking tequila.
He's
You
off
give him
a
2
shot.
shots of tequila.
Well, I didn't tell him to drink it all. I said it should last him the rest of the day.
As you were saying it, he was finishing.
Ben needs a refill.
I don't know what else to give him.
So there's
I don't
beer.
know.
Literally-
There's no Di Serono or
When-
Cost.
when
I've
did
literally walked into the building and you've given me tequila.
Did you just
Yeah.
land? Where were you?
I landed like yesterday.
Oh,
He's been in my-
Yeah.
He's been staying at my house.
Really?
I live in
Yeah.
your house now. You're on.
He brought over fucking 17 dudes last night to watch Game of Thrones.
You brought over 17 days?
It was like
Do you
an
know that that's
orgy
right?
of
It
was a lot of fun.
22-year-old
A
men.
lot of fun.
Yeah. And then Griffin and I went to bed, and I got up this morning, and it's Ben and his entourage hanging out watching TV on my sofa.
Ben has more
at like
friends in
9
Austin than I
a.m.
do.
No, it's
Yeah.
8:30 in the
He
morning.
definitely does.
I'm going to get tacos, and I'm like, oh, you didn't leave.
What you should have said
Party's
was,
still
do
going.
You guys did
the
not leave.
guys want any, or?
See, the thing is, because I'm not famous, that they're actually friends for me, not for my like status. So that's probably why.
Or they're just trying to get in Jeff's house.
What's that?
Dark.
That's supposed to be insulting to. All right.
I mean, it should be insulting because I know what he was insinuating, and,
Fucking-
and still no one's friends with you.
Suddenly,
So that's what I was saying.
I will say
suddenly
that-
rent is due.
Oh.
I will say that the probably the last night of super heavy drinking I ever had in Austin with the most Rooster Teeth people outside of the office was at Ben's, like the last time he left party or whatever that was. Yeah. Ben managed just to wrangle the
remember.
troops
I
out.
was there,
Yeah.
Everybody was
rallied a lot
super
of people.
excited for Ben to leave. They were like,
going out with a
So,
bang.
thank you for the tequila. I'm not gonna ruin your podcast too much longer.
no, stay.
I've got stuff to do.
You know what I mean?
You don't
Okay,
have
let's-
anything to do,
Deals
man.
to make. Things like that.
Deals to make.
He
Deals to
just
make.
sat back
Wow.
Deals in
down.
5 minutes.
Business to transact.
Well, there is alcohol. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, I think
Deals
we're
to
winding
make.
down here anyway. The third from the left
Doesn't work.
works.
Oh, does
that
it?
one
That's
works.
beer,
Don't
man.
spill.
Yeah, all right, Ben. All right, we told you it works.
He had to see
I don't
himself.
believe you. This is a functional setup.
It's like,
There's
it's
actually
like, I don't
there's
think we'll
root beer,
actually
too.
succeed. Oh no, we did.
You should check out the other side. It's just a fridge like taped to the back of this thing with a keg.
It's true.
Not
good to do.
tape.
Oh, it's not tape. It's what, nails?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's really just swinging free.
Yeah.
Sorry. So I walked in. You were talking about Brexit.
No. We
Nah.
talked about
We were
Brexit.
Well, you
about
actually,
that
because I was
earlier.
under the
We just
impression
brought
this
it
was
back up.
like a gaming podcast.
No,
I totally in the
no,
wrong.
no.
Look at the title of it.
thing.
This is off topic, man. This is
Oh,
anything.
okay.
Do you remember
Right.
the drunk tank?
Sometimes we touch on comedy.
I
too.
remember
Before the
yeah,
RT podcast, when it was the drunk tank.
Yeah, that's the podcast you used to do, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like that. We don't talk about
But
games.
some
Of
could say
Ah,
even
okay.
drunker.
Yeah. Have we talked about a video game today?
No.
Yeah. Well,
That's
you guys
all you
want
talk.
to?
To be fair, that's all you talk about. I mean, I don't know. When was the last time we talked about the non-gaming stuff?
We talked about Brexit yesterday. Talked
Oh
about
yeah,
Game of
well,
Thrones
I mean,
a lot.
briefly.
Talked
I
about
don't even
your,
watch Game of
your
Thrones, so I don't know
fucking
what's going on.
career and
Wait,
all
you
the
brought
places
around
you've lived
22
and
dudes, but you didn't watch it?
Look, this number is grossly inflated. Okay,
How
I
many
did not
was
bring
it?
around 22 dudes. I
many
wish
was
I
it?
did.
Can we get a range, like 1 to 5, 5 to 10?
I would. I don't remember. No.
All right.
Sounds like a lot of dudes.
He
Three
lost
of them.
count at some point.
That's a lot.
Yeah. You went to bed super early, and then we ended up having a
went to
party,
bed
didn't
super over. I went to bed at like 11:30.
You've become the oldest of men.
No, I wanted to.
Well, it's
I
'cause
wanted to
he's in
have
his
sex with my
fucking
wife.
40s.
Fucking
man.
Methuselah.
I wanted to have. I
You know
wanted to
what?
Maritals.
have bang sex.
You know,
Yeah.
fair play. How many
Yeah.
times do you think you've had sex with your wife?
How long I can look.
Dozens, probably.
Hold on, let me check my calendar.
Do you have like a Gus
In,
calendar?
in the 11 years we've been together,
Yeah. Is it like
4.
thousands?
No.
No,
Thousands is
thousands.
a lot.
Maybe not thousands. Maybe all right, let's think. All right, I've been married 4. I've been with my wife for 12.
You gotta imagine though.
I've been with the
All right,
beautiful
There
Griffin
were
Ramsey for 12
there were
years.
times when it was probably
there,
up there.
There are 365 days a year for 12 years.
I went
Do
through
that
that.
math.
True, yeah.
365 times
Yeah.
12
Times 12.
And then like
is
marriage and then
4,380
life.
days.
Yeah. Just wait till kids.
I'm going to guess
like
that
the
I have had
last
sex
hurrah.
with my wife based on that 2,500 times.
That's
So
a
about
lot,
once
dude.
every other day.
Yeah, more early on and then less as you get older.
So like
schedules
50
can
times
break.
a day early on, and then
I mean,
it
like maybe 2 or
averaged
3
out.
times a day, and then you get it like once every 3 days, and then sometimes it's like once a week, and then you like have a little resurgence, and you touch each other a lot.
Yeah.
And, like,
So what,
she's
what's
out of
the
town
longest?
for a month. I'm gonna.
What do you think is the longest amount of
weeks.
time between 3 weeks?
Oh
Shaq?
no. When she had our daughter, our beautiful daughter Millicent, she was not allowed to have sex for like 6 weeks.
So you just went on her?
The thing is, Jeff, you're
We
like
made it work.
you're like 45 or something, right?
41.
Damn.
41.
Whoa,
The
dude.
rent keeps climbing.
So I'm asking, what do I have to look forward to? Is it just getting more vanilla and boring as time goes on, or is it still a bit spicy?
So you go through a period. It's interesting.
Okay.
I'll
thank you.
I'll answer
Right.
this truthfully.
Great.
You'll go through a period where you are infatuated with each other for a long time.
Yeah, cool.
Most beautiful and interesting person I've ever met, and you get really good at having sex, and you explore each other's bodies, and then you get more adventurous and more adventurous and more adventurous, and at some point you've done all of the adventurous things that either of you are interested in,
Up the butt.
and you dial it back a bit.
stuff, yeah.
You make RT animated adventures about it. You dial it back a bit, and then you find like a comfortable middle ground.
Jeff's butt.
And every once in a while, you feel a little like, oh, let's mix it up.
Didn't
you
you
know?
wipe her vagina
But-
on your face the other day while you were on the phone or something?
I don't think I was supposed to tell that story.
Oh, really? Cut it. It's not live. Slice.
I was on a.
I think you did tell that.
Maybe I did.
No,
I was on a
it
very.
wasn't in
that
a
story
video.
already.
It was not.
I
in a
was
video.
in a very important conference call.
She was like, bleh.
She came out of the shower. We were in a hotel.
Yeah.
She came out of the shower. I would like to point out Millie was in another hotel room. She was not witness to this. I was on a conference call, like trying to listen. I'm not gonna say who it was with, but it was really important. And Griffin comes out and she's like, "Are you on a call?" And I go, "Yeah." And she walks over to me and she just like sticks my head in like her crotch and is like, yeah, and I'm like, get away. Get away.
I knew.
And
She was like,
she started licking my ear, and she was like, "Ah," and I was just like, and I'm laughing. I'm trying, and they're like, something funny. And I'm like, nothing's funny. I'm sorry. Yeah. So I've been doing it to her
It's a tough life.
every day I can since. I've done it to her like 4 times since. To the point where she's like, haha, all right, I get it.
Now
You've
she's
overdone it.
now
Here's
she's
the-
afraid
here's
of
the-
answering the phone.
Here's the thing, though, that I assume takes place. Like, while she was doing that, you're also like, God damn it, I'm on this conference call. Like, she's fucking with you because you're on this conference call and you can do nothing about it. But you're like, oh, damn you, this is great, but I can't do this right now. Her reaction is like, get the fuck away from me.
Yeah, no,
I
the
imagine.
joke's over, asshole.
Yeah, it's like,
I'm like,
you're,
all right, I'm
you're,
on fun.
You're like, she's on the phone, you're like, nah, and she's like, fucking, I'll cut your dick off. I'll just cut it off.
Yeah.
So get the fuck away from me.
Nobody needs that dick. Yeah. It served its purpose years ago.
That thing is trash.
So what I'm hearing is that you're still very much virile.
Apparently you have.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
good. I'm all right. Doing all right.
Like a bear.
I'm really surprised that I've not like encountered you having sex yet. Like I feel like that's
Doesn't happen
something
that often.
I would have like walked in
Yeah.
on, or I mean,
You're part of that
Look
club.
at you.
For years.
Yep.
Man.
Wrap it up.
Yeah.
Maybe you have and
Yeah.
you don't even know it.
Should probably wrap it up. The podcast, not
Yeah,
your
yeah,
penis.
not the sex life of Jeff.
Unless you don't want to have kids.
Orange whip?
Then
Orange
kids, don't wrap it up. You're not gonna get kids if you're wrapping it up. But if you don't want any,
True.
Well, I mean, there's
Wrap that
a
up.
1% chance.
yeah.
there's a
it is.
percentage. But like if you're aiming for it, I wouldn't recommend wearing it.
And only
because
use
it's not
pull
gonna
out
help.
if it's the first time you're doing it.
That's not true. You
What?
can get. What do you mean?
What?
What do you mean? What do you mean only the first time? What
Pull
does that
out.
mean?
Pull out only works the first time.
That's not true.
are you talking
What are you
about?
talking about?
He's right.
first time of
Because the pre-cum doesn't have any semen in it. But
Oh,
if you've jizzed already,
He means consecutively in the same.
I mean, he's right in the sense that like you could get pregnant. He's wrong in the sense that I've done that like 100 times and I don't have any kids.
might-
wait, you
This-
pulled out the second time that night?
Yeah.
This makes me
Dangerous
realize I
game.
don't
That
know.
is a dangerous. Game.
Have you
Because
had the
there's
sniff?
Look, it's like
jizzy
you wound it
swim.
down. You're
There's
good.
some jizzy swims in the pre-cum.
No, I know what you're
Have
saying.
I had a
snip?
I know
Yeah,
what you're
you-
saying, but to be fair,
No,
still,
but I've
that
had.
second
I've
one
had
is
12
like,
years of this.
it's way reduced.
Well,
It's
there's not enough
Is that
velocity.
bad?
Yeah, it's not like a
Stop that.
normal.
Yeah, dude, my sperm is dead.
Hang on. Sorry.
My sperm
Sorry.
has been
No.
drugged for 12.
Whoa.
Alcohol.
Please.
Alcohol makes you infertile. Is that what I'm learning?
I think after a prolonged 20-year period
It's-
of just destroying everything
Yeah.
about
I hate to
yourself.
tell you,
That's
it's
what I've
alcohol
been
just-
doing.
it just
No one
kinda
told me this.
You're
kills
fine.
everything.
You're good.
Oh, I'm fine.
There's
Did you
so
want
many
kids?
organs
I'm not knocked
that
up
it's
anyone
bad
yet.
For. It's not just
Well, then
this.
don't
Pretty much
complain.
everything.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
inside
it
of
makes
you.
you bang more.
Makes
Does
you
it?
bang
Well,
more.
it makes you more randy.
See, it doesn't. Then usually for me, I bang less if I'm drunk.
Really?
Yeah, I'm just like out.
Yeah, you get whiskey.
I don't really. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
there's a lot to focus on.
So I'm gonna have to go deal
Alcohol
with
is
the
like
fact
knob fuel to
that
me.
my future is destroyed because I have no European Union and I have no chance of having children if I keep drinking.
I mean,
You have
option,
just
man.
go ahead and put them in a bank now.
Yeah.
Put my sperm in a bank?
Yeah.
Yeah, save them now while they're still good.
Is it weird if you
You
put
can
if you
freeze 'em.
jizz in the cup in your 20s and then you use it on someone when you're in your 80s?
You want that
That's
youthful
weird.
sperm.
But like it would still be there, right?
Yeah.
Could
So
you
it's
like
stick-
time travel.
theoretically,
I don't
it'd
know
be
how
cool
to
long-
be born and be
I-
like,
can you-
technically, you're 60
I
years
bet
old.
there's an. That's not how it works.
There's gotta
I
be.
bet there's an expiration.
There's an expiration date on sperm. There's got to be.
What do you mean? Why? Because you're not a
Hold on.
person until like the sperm is then
No,
the egg
only
and like all that
Triple
shit.
in the
of
air,
Tabasco
not-
on it.
You're
Keep
not
it going.
like
alive.
you're welcome to your life. You're 80, little baby.
How
If
long
women are actually
does
born with all the eggs.
Rose
They
Yeah.
don't manufacture them. They're born.
Women
with them.
are, yes.
So if
That's
you had
how-
a baby at 40, then
That's how your
by
inside.
Technically,
by your logic,
sure.
they'd be half
A
40.
girl was in her grandma. Technically.
Yep. I'm just gonna take a minute to deconstruct that.
Is that does that? When do they start? Getting
Oh!
Can be frozen indefinitely.
No, I don't think that's
Wait,
the way
what?
it works.
I mean, like
Well,
that probably doesn't happen until
it's-
like
they
puberty,
don't have
right?
They don't have. Well, one,
You're born with your eggs.
So it says
you're
sperm.
born with your eggs, but your the gender is determined by the sperm. So if anything, you would be in the father.
Yeah, but your eggs are in your you got your eggs when
Yeah.
you're inside your mother.
Yeah, but
as a baby.
He's
When
saying
you're
the egg
inside,
isn't
okay.
a person yet, though.
Yeah.
No, not as an egg, as a
okay,
baby.
I see. Yeah, he's saying basically
like a 9-month-old baby
When your
about to come
mom
out.
is in your grandmother,
Yeah.
she grew to a person
Yeah.
with her own ovaries.
Yeah.
Which means her daughter
So
is already
technically-
inside her, which
Yeah,
means the daughter was once in the grandmother.
But not really, because
But
it's
it
just
is.
an
I don't
egg, though. It's
I don't-
not,
I don't
it's not
know
a
yet.
daughter yet.
But
It's
you
not a
come,
person
you
yet.
come from the egg.
Yeah, it's like a soulless corpse, though.
Well,
you need
it's
to
your
like, you
soulless
need to really
corpse.
like
It's
sperm it
It's
out.
only
you were
half a
once-
soulless
yeah, yeah.
corpse.
You were once the soulless corpse.
Yeah, sure. You know,
So
I mean, was I though, or was I the sperm?
12 years?
So sperm can be frozen
that's not that
indefinitely.
long, actually.
There have been normal pregnancies from sperm frozen for
What is-
12 years. The efficacy of freezing is questionable when it comes to sperm frozen more.
So what
than
about
12 years.
non-normal pregnancies?
Is it like the same with frozen food where you're not going to refreeze it?
That's probably
Yeah,
it.
Do you think we could
it
dig
gets
some
your
sperm
sperm
out of one
gets
of those
freezer
frozen
burned.
cavemen?
Yeah.
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 Do you think we could dig an egg out of a frozen caveman and make that baby
we ever gotten a
now?
frozen caveman?
And we'll be like, you're a billion years old, because that's how old cavemen are.
Right.
A billion.
Hmm.
So we'll see you next week.
A lot to think about. A lot to think about.
Episode
Thanks for joining us.
32. Thanks a
We
lot.
promise we won't get better at
I'm
history.
bookended by British segregationists.
And you love it.
Okay, so I'll also check it out, though, just because you guys suck. I decide, you know what, maybe
you
I
guys
will
are looking
investigate.
at the box. You're like, huh?
We'll investigate.
All right.
7. Not great.
So I threw an 11. That's
We
the
take the
highest.
rock.
we all like this.
Box open. More clicks.